Hello, my heroes and villains. There should not be a pawn here. It's me, the ever illustrious Saus Grand Tornado Slime Extraordinaire. And we're back in HI3. It's a new year! New year, new me, eh? New year, new May. It's not actually new yet, but hopefully soon we'll finish up to the Flawless, and it will be a new May. Maybe. Speaking of new, actually, let me get out of here. I have 2 whole Elysia now. Yay! That's it. That's the extent of that. I want to start off. I after last stream, I don't think I really actually got across how actually distraught I was with Pardo dying. Because I fully did not expect it. I was so tired by the end of last stream, and I probably will be today because my sleep continues to be terrible. I haven't stopped thinking about it's been, because of the holidays and everything. It's been like 2 weeks since last stream. I genuinely have not stopped thinking about that since. Pardo was such a good little bean. I expect them to just be our helper. Like, they talked to us in the map. What do you mean she's dead now? I'm forming a protective shell around Grizio. You can't take her from me. You can't have her. No. But yeah, let's get back into it. I hopefully, the evil being awoken, because Vilvi being the evil, oops, I just want to make sure I was going in the right spot, is fascinating and is a really interesting not twist, because I kind of saw it coming, but it is something that I hope will inspire interest in me, because like I said, I have enjoyed this. It's felt a little padded, but now it's like, no, we're in the story for big realsies. And hopefully I continue to, not... I think it's more a me issue, honestly. Because I just have not been feeling good for, 3 months now. But yeah, hopefully I can, really focus in on it at this point. Or in... now, with these revelations. And then hopefully we will see Elysia again. At least once. Please. Please, I miss her. The room is still, data from the experiment flowing silently across the central screen. Sue had rarely come here, and just moments ago, the room's owner had perished swiftly before Sue's eyes. Goodbye, Mobius. Again, Mobius, I was upset about, but it didn't, break me in the same way that Pardo did. Because, Mobius I expected. Kind of. I think they're all gonna die by the end of this, but I don't know. I didn't expect Pardo when that happened. And I miss her. Bring her back. And now he was searching every part of the room, looking for anything that might help turn things around. These data. Mobius still can't give up on their plans. He was still trying to escape? Yet the data on the screen showed that everything she had done was stifled by someone, leaving it incomplete. So Vilvi's just been, fucking with everybody for a while, right? This isn't a new thing, I would imagine. Because otherwise, why would it have taken Mobius this long to be able to find a way out? Me and I don't know about this. 2 out of 3 of those who manage the realm are unaware of this. Then, the answer can only be the last person left. Vilvi. Why did she not tell us about this? That's not like her. Unless... past memories surge forth. Something about the idea of my new Kevin killer. Isn't it especially effective? As for its code, I've already decided. 666. Nice, easy to remember. Kevin. No interest in joining your cause. Isn't it too brazen to claim that your weapons are meant to annihilate the entire realm? I've thought about this. It would be. It would indeed be a pity to destroy one of my most valuable creations. Besides this, I can't think of another way to instantly eliminate my opponent. After all, my opponent is that Kevin. Say something. I made this weapon specifically for you. Huh, you're gonna give me your opinion. Deleting my data isn't the same as annihilating me. Also, there's still Kevin out there. Like, for him, this destroying... For all the ones that, like, the Flame Chasers are dead, yes, getting rid of the Sims would be, like, a true death in a way. Like, there would be nothing left of them. But Kevin and Fuhua are still outside. It's literally a you didn't win. I can't deny that. Oh, only we can exist in a form aside from just data. Oh wait, is that her plan? Does she want to hijack Mobius's, like, ability, she want to hijack Mobius's plan so that she can get out and kill the real Kevin? We must accept the timeless existence of data to endure the fragility of it. Think from another perspective. If I can find a message to erase all information, records, knowledge, and memories related to Kevin from this world, from societal view, does it mean that I've killed you? I mean, yes, but also nobody would know about him in this theoretical, so you've just erased him. He never lived in this case, you could argue, so he can't die. And that method is still work in progress. But I heard that Mobius is researching on how she can affect reality with the realm data. It's a similar concept. After she succeeds, I can make use of that too, right? Warn Mobius. As for you, if you do find a way, feel free to try it out. I'm looking forward to it. I wonder if you'll be as compromised as you are composed as you are now when that day comes. Would jokes of the past transform into a blade that kills? I don't think either of them were joking. When years of effort finally bear fruit, what kind of expression would she make? Why? Nobody responded. There wasn't even a sound of the wind in the realm, yet it felt so cold. By the time he had rushed to Vilvi's predicted location, there was already no one there. But there was a note left on a stairway by the side, as if she had already known that he would come. As friends died, the dimension would collapse. In this realm that had existed for 50,000 years, there was no longer anywhere safe. So, there's also part of this that I was thinking about. Each area is basically formed by the cognizance of the Sims, right? So, like, with Kevin dying, does his area go away? I guess not, because this is Alicia's area, right? So I guess that would hard disprove that already. Okay. Well, I talked myself out of that immediately. Were these words a riddle, a provocation, or a hint? Nobody could answer. Among those who witnessed the recollection, Kevin had already been claimed by death and left only countless slips behind, fluttering like prayer flags in the wind. And the other. At that moment, Sue realized that her existence had disappeared in the boundless data space without a trace. Indistinguishable dark shadows drew close. Everything was dragged into a storm of suspicion, turning them unrecognizable. Only death remained long and silent. Only death. No. Perhaps. Sue's eyes moved slightly. He looked at the note in front of him again and fell into a long silence. There was only one sentence. Do you think there's a place that's perfectly safe in the Elysian realm? Probably not. Not from Evil Vilby. when he first saw me. What do you think?
この人はいつも嘘をついてるみ
This
たい。
person always seems to be
そうでし
lying.
ょ
Am I right?
では
Then
質問させて
I have
も
to
らうよ。
ask.
もし一
If
人
a
の
liar.
嘘つき
No.
いや
A con
一人
artist
の
did
詐
not
欺師
hide
が
whole
ついた
lies.
嘘、それは
Can you
正
call
直
that
と言え
honesty?
るのかな。
Yes? But I guess it's also part of the con. So, no?
そうだ。
Alright.
君は今
He
困
must
惑
be
し
in
てるよ
trouble
ね。
now.
こ
Who
い
is
つは
this
誰？
person?
ど
Why
う
is
し
the
てこん
same
な真っ
sense
暗
of
な場
things
所
in
で
this dark
意味のわから
place?
ないことを。まあまあ。
Mom, I'm
ご
so
めんね。
sorry. Because
だ
it'll
っ
be,
てこん
it'll
な
be
場所に
quite
いたら
scary if there's no
少しで
sound in
も
a
音
place
とか
like
がない
this,
と
right?
まるで
Just
私
like,
がここに入れられた
when I
時
was
に
just
そう
abandoned
感
here.
じたみたいに。
Was this place originally like a... Oh! Was the Elysian Realm originally like a prison for the like shard of consciousness that was Vilvi? Or is this in Vilvi's mindscape?
そう。ここは私の世
Yes,
界。
this is my
私の世
vision,
界だ。
my world.
君も知ってるように。
As you know,
ある滑稽な理由
I've
で
become a prison for
私
malice
は
for
悪年
ridiculous
の檻にさ
reason.
れた。それから5万年の
After
間。
that, for 50,000 years,
私の
that
世界
darkness
にあ
was
る
the
の
only
は
thing in my world.
5万年だよ。
50,000 years.
その
Can
長
you
さを理
understand how
解で
arduous
き
it
る
is?
外の声や音。
I hear the sounds of the outside
私
world.
自身が
Hear
話している
myself
内容も
speaking.
聞こえるのに。
But they were all so far from
何
me.
彼女たちの世界では
In their world,
時間
time
は
has
動
been
き
split in a day and night by
天
some
体によって
celestial
昼
being.
という。しかし私の
But
世
in
界
my
では
world, time had only
時
been
間は
isolated as
何も
endless
変えず
hatred.
私は毎日こう
Every
願って
day I
た。
longed for a new
新たな
mouse
悪
to be
念がここ
thrown
に
here. But
私
I
のい
am.
るいつかここには
One
悪
day this
念
place
を
will
置け
be
なくなり
brimming, and the
必死に
dismal
隠
soul
していた暗淡が
forcefully
一気
hidden
に暴か
loomed
れ
up all at once.
再び私
It'll
たち
lead
を
to
破滅へ
everyone
と
to
導
destruction
く。
and liberate me.
それしかし
But the Elysian
古
realm
の
was
楽
different
園
from
は現
reality.
実と違
As
う。
a sea of death's hair,
こ
a
こは
mouse
よど
needs
んだ
its
水
soil
の
and
ような
water
場
to
所。
grow. So I'm afraid my
悪念の
sentence will
誕生に
never
は
end.
けど
But
絶
those who
望
can
す
feel
るような
despair
人
can
間が
never become a villain.
悪人に私はビル
I'm Vilvi. Even
5万年間の
50,000 years of
黒闇は
darkness cannot stop me.
私を変えなかっ
I'm waiting for my opportunity.
た。
But
私
it
は
will
時期を
come
待っていた。
eventually.
だから
So you
律
know
者
what
が
I thought
古
of
の
when I
楽園
heard she
に来
came
た
to the
時
Elysian realm?
残念だ。
What a pity
彼
that
女
she
は
isn't
崩
an
壊の代行
executor
者じゃ
of
ないの
Honkai.
か。
In fact,
決
she's
まったや
overly
り方
lawful
に
and
従うなんて
disappointing.
がっかりだ。
She couldn't pique Vilva's interest
去る
until
時
she,
まで
even
ビ
until
ル
she
ビーの気
left.
をでもすぐに
But
彼女は
soon she
戻ってきた。
returned. And this
彼女
time,
はあるものを持って
she
き
brought
た。
something else.
今はそれと呼ぼう。
Let's call that something
古
it
の
for
楽
now.
園にとって。
For the Elysian
それは
realm,
恐ろしい
it became a
災いとなる。
frightening disaster.
だか
And
ら
I'm
私は
more than happy to support it.
喜んで波をさらに大きくしよう。もちろんビルビーはすぐにそれの存在に気づいた。けど
Right.
天才としての傲慢さから彼女は別のもの。あの実験の余波だと
Cause
勘
Vilvi
違いし
immediately realized its existence, but the arrogance of the genius led her to mistake it as a collateral damage left by that past
彼女
experiment.
はすぐに自分のミスの
Quickly
代
paid
価を
the,
支払
the
った。
price for her mistake.
相
The
手
other
は簡
party
単に
easily
彼女を
consumed
侵
her and
食
took
し
everything she
その
had
全て
away.
をその時
And it was at this
彼女
moment
は
that
2
she
つ目
made her
の過
second
ちを
escape.
犯した。彼女はある予
He
備プラ
thought
ン
of
を
a
思い
backup
出した。
plan, which was me.
私のこと
That's right. Just like when she
So,
erased a part of her mind to
戒
free
律から
herself from
抜けた時の
discipline,
私はもう一
I
度犠
became a
牲になり
sacrifice to bear the
彼
harm
女に
that
対
it
する
brought
そ
to
れの
her.
し5万年の時
For
の
the
中で
first time in
私は
50,000 years,
初
I
めて
was
釈放され
released.
たのに
Yet I
すぐに
immediately
処刑
received
さ
an
れてしまった
execution.
5万年の時の
I
中
saw
で
the world as it
よう
should
やく
be
この
again
世
in
界のあるべき
50,000
姿
years.
が見えたと
I
いうのに
reunited with it where I was born, but it
私が
came
誕
with
生した
death.
場だけど
But I didn't
私は
feel
悔
this
しく
crumble.
なかった。とにかく素晴
After
らしか
all,
ったよ。
this is so amusing.
その手で私
By
に死を
pushing me to
迫
my
った時
death, she
悪
ironically
になった
became
のだ
evil.
からそれで
Then
私は
what
何を
decision
決
would
め
I
たと思う
make?
裏切りの他に
Can you give me a
君は
better
もっといい
answer
答え
than
をくれるのか
betrayal?
な。ほう
Oh,
その
look
表
at
情
your expression. You
あ
don't
まり
seem to
私を
believe me.
当ててみよ
Let me guess.
う。そも
You
そ
think
も
it doesn't
そ
have
れ
any
が
reason
私
to
を
be...
見逃す理由
It
が
doesn't
ない
have
は
any
ずだ
reason to
と
let me off.
君はそれが簡単にビ
So
ル
they could
ビーを
easily
倒せた
handle Vilvi. Well, you know
私の
that
よう
I
な
like
助っ人
me.
答えは
Of course.
最初
Had
は
no
確
reason
か
to
に
let me
そう
off
だ
initially.
それが私を見
I
逃
thought
した
that it
の
was
は
going to spare me
自
because
分
we
たちが求め
desire
る
the
ものが
same
一
thing.
致してるだけど
But I
その
realized
後は
after
そ
that
う
it
と
was
は
nothing
限ら
like
なかっ
that.
ただって
Because
何も変わら
in
な
the
い楽園の中
never-changing
には
realm,
唯
there's
一
only
の
one
可変要
variable,
素は
isn't
そう
there? Me.
そう記憶
Yeah.
体では
I'm
ない
existing
上
that
に
isn't a memory
それが
replica.
手も足も
And
出
it
ない
can even
存在
make you feel helpless.
その可変要素を消せ
If
る人
someone
が
get
い
rid
る
of
な
this
ら
variable,
友達
making
にくらい
friends with them isn't a bad
なれるでし
idea,
ょ
right? That's why you found a way to make me into your mind.
どちらかという
You
と
could say
ア
that.
ポニャンが啓発してくれたんだよ
Apparently he gave me this idea.
一時的とはいえ
Although it's only
今
temporary.
君
But
は
you
私の
are
思
in
考の
my
中
mind
にいる
now.
そして私は新たな領域
I'll
を作り
separate a new
彼
partition
女
and
た
use
ち
the
が
method
私を
that
閉じ
used
込め
to
た
they
よう
used in
に
prison to
君
imprison
を
me
閉じ込
to
める
put
んだ
you in. And
その
this
期間
time,
は
the
今
sentence
回
will be for
永
eternity.
遠になる
Well, some versions of A know a lot about of May know a lot about that.
一応いい知らせもあるんだ
Well, the good news is
少な
that
く
at
とも
least
君に
I
受
don't
け
know
入
any
れてもらう
so-called
悪
malice
伝
for
な
you to
んて
bear.
ただそれが生きてると
I don't
言える
know
か
if you
ど
could
う
still
かは
consider yourself alive like
私も
this. What about the other Vilvies?
私に消された
I killed them all.
全員
I was a
私だ
little
から
reluctant. They are me
少し
after
寂し
all.
いけど
But I can't
リ
risk
スクは残せ
anything.
ない
Fortunately, I'm still
幸い
pretty good at imitating
私は自身の
myself,
真似
right?
が
So Alicia, Kevin, and Mobius.
それは教え
I
られ
can't
ない
tell
な
you this. I
カ
know
マ
that
を
you're
か
good
け
at
るこ
getting
とは
others to
君
open
の
up.
言ったはずだよ
Like I said,
今
everything
のは
just
全
now
て
was on its
パフォーマン
performance.
ス
Naturally, the
だから
script was written
セリフも全部
meticulously.
信じ私を倒せる手がかりなんて与えるわけがない
Of course, I'll make
そんな
sure that you won't find.
口数
I'll
が
make
多
sure
い
you
せい
won't
で
find
失敗
clues
し
on
てし
how
ま
to
ったよ
defeat
う
me.
な
I
滑
want
稽
to
な悪
be.
役になり
I
た
want
く
to be
な
a
いもの
ridiculous antagonist who loses because she talks too much. Then what about her?
彼女
Her? Potter Phyllis. She's someone who couldn't interfere with your plans. She just wanted to survive.
ああ
Oh,
そうだけ
right.
ど
I've said it
それ
before.
は
That
ア
was
クシ
just
デ
an
ントだった
accident.
私の行為も全
After
て
all, everything I
生きる
did
た
was
めに
also
し
to
たことだか
survive.
らね
If the price of the good
この世
live
か
is
ら
for me to
私がそ
disappear.
の逆の場合
Why can't you
悪
accept
が
it?
安全に生
Let's
き
the
るた
other
めの
way
対価を
around. I understand. Since you've talked so much about your thoughts, do you want to know what I'm thinking now?
ほう
How? No physical entity fully made of malice. And she's determined to kill me.
その通り
That's right. You're slowly progressing with a plan, a scheme that could bring danger to reality.
もっと
Huh,
正
more
確に言う
accurately,
と
it should be
必ず
definitely
現
bring
実に
danger to
危害を
reality.
加
That assumes you would get more than 5 feet out of the World Serpent base before Kevin eradicated you. But to me now, these are not important. I'm only thinking of one thing now. She closed her eyes, trying to focus deeply to bring those faded voices from her memories back to mind.
簡単だよ
I want to make friends with you. It really is that simple. I still haven't answered her. She did not open her eyes. She knew what was surrounding her at this very moment. You sacrificed my friend, and for such an absurd reason. Well, I'll be prepared to pay the price
う
then.
何度も削ったのに
You still have the
まだ
ability
律
to
者の
use your
力を
powers
使
after
う
being
余裕
weakened
も
so
いい
much.
よ
Alright,
どん
I
な
don't
代
know
価
what
になるか
pressure
はわ
is,
からないけ
but
ど
I can find
雷
out.
の律者
Sure thunder.
人々が
Since
悲劇
everyone
の主
knows
人
the
公を
tragic
好
hero,
むというのな
let's use
ら
the struggles of your
こ
fate
れ
and
から
failure
失
for
敗
this
すると
performance.
閉幕の前奏を
Play
奏
the
でると
prelude
い
for
い
the curtain call.
思考がどうやって分割
Now
される
you're
の
the
か
honor witnessing
今
how the
君
mind
は
is
それを目
separated.
撃することができるもうすぐこの領域は
Soon enough, this
隔離された
partition
鳥
will
かご
become
に
a
なる
cage of isolation.
あ間違えた
Ah,
赤
no,
穴の方
maybe
が
I should
正しいの
say
かな
a tome. So with everything that she said, my Herrscher of Corruption theory is still possible. No, I definitely cannot stay at the same spot. I need to leave as soon as I can. As long as she can locate me, you'll be able to accurately cut the right area.
おや、そんなに私の思考を
You
細か
really
く
want
分
to cut
割
my
してほ
mind
し
into
い
bits and pieces?
の。同じ場所にいた方が
Stay still.
お互いの時間
We'll
を
save
節約
both
でき
of
る
us
の
our
に。
time. Well,
シドリ、バットン
this is the place. What's going on?
賢いんだ
How
ね。
clever.
同じ場所にと
The
どまら
long
な
will
い
stay
限り
still. I can't cut them out
私でも
successfully. But
どうして
wants to
君の
follow
ペース
your
に合わせ
pace. What?
こういうことだよ。
The thing is, I
私は
can do
特に
absolutely
何も
nothing and watch you scurry back
静
and
かに
forth.
君の体力が
Once
尽き
you're out of stamina,
止
you
まら
don't
ざ
have
る
to
を得ない
stop.
時に
I can easily cut the
私
end
は優
and end it
し
all.
くでも君は
Yet
そ
for
れを知っても
you,
なお
even though you're
とどま
aware
る
of
こ
this,
と
you
がで
can't
きない
stand still even for a moment,
でないと
or you'll die
面
instantly.
白いでしょ
Interesting, isn't
大多
it?
数の人た
Most
ちの
people
人
live their
生
lives this way, exhausted
見
and
ていられ
helpless.
ないよ
Even though they know
この
them,
先に
that
いつ訪
inevitable
れる
death
かわ
lies
からない
ahead.
死があると
They
知り
can't
な
stop. Run, May, run! Okay, there's nothing behind me, so just keep moving forward.
おや説明を
Oh,
忘れた
I
ようだ
almost
ね
forgot to explain to you.
ここが今こんな姿にな
This
って
place
るの
looks like this now, thanks to what you've given me.
君の全部を私
Thank
に
you
見
for
せて
showing
く
me
れて
all
あ
of
りが
you.
と
It allowed me to see this
そのおかげで
generation's
う
madness.
私は後世の悪
Every
意
time.
を見ることができたそれを後世の律者の埋葬
Truly
に
the
使うだ
most
な
suitable place to bury a her sure of this
ぴったりでしょ？
generation. We're just slipping around, huh? I'm back here. He's right. This is only dragging out the inevitable. I need to create an opportunity to fight her head on, or else. Although it's risky, there's no better way. I can only be sure if I can escape from the cut after I see it for myself.
おや
Aww.
もう諦めたの
Giving up so soon?
もう少し
Kinda
もがいて
harder.
よ
I still haven't had
まだ
myself.
いいよ
Alright
ここまで
then,
にしよう
let's end it
さ
here.
よなら
Farewell, my
愛し
favorite
いお客さん
spectator.
ラ
Riding
イデン
May.
メイこの名前で間違って
I didn't
な
get
い
your
よ
name
ね
wrong, did I?
強風よ私に服従しなさい
Yes. I'm not holding the button anymore. Something is broken. Okay, I see. This is a very well put together game with no issues. No bugs at all. I don't know if I talked about it. I got one of my non-streamer friends into HI3. And she was doing the early chapters, and she ran so fast she was getting beyond the like load walls, or like basically in the early stages, you know, where they would like be okay, so we're stopping you here to do a fight. She ran beyond where it would stop her, but couldn't go back into the area. So she had to restart the stages completely. It was very fun. It happened like 3 times. Oh! This thing's using Grizio's paint. Did it finally stop?
私の口数が多すぎたかな。
Did I speak too much? I'm afraid it's the other you who spoke too much. Lily once told me that she'd only separate her mind into 8 partitions. Because, if she continued, it'd be difficult to retain the standard of a genius in every partition. Your mind has a maximum capacity, and a rather important one too. So I suppose all those felt cuts you've made have cost you quite a lot.
それで
So, let's make a wager. Between the area I can cover and the area you're willing to give up, which is a wider range. Will you deteriorate from a genius to a fool before you capture the lightning?
まさか
Do you really
私
think
が君の意図を見破れないとでも私と正面から戦う
giving
の
the
が
fight
唯
me
一
head
の
on
機
is the
会
only
だ
chance, right? That goes for you too. Or we can drag out this stalemate until the flame chasers outside find out the truth. Is it the finale you're more willing to accept?
あ
Ha!
あ実に残
What a
念
pity.
もっと公平に全てを終わらせるつもりだったけど
Well, you're not cherishing
君
this
はこのまあ
opportunity.
いいや
Forget it.
ちょっと
Things
面
may
倒に
become
な
more
るけど
troublesome. But since I
君の
cannot
絶望
appreciate
す
your
る姿を
despair,
拝めな
I
が
think
ら
it'll be good to appreciate your
苦しむ
agony
姿を
instead.
雷の律書
Hush your thunder, nobody. And
誰
they've
かに
broken
手
all
足を
your
折られた
limbs,
ことは
right?
ある残念ながら
Unfortunately,
私は君
I'm
の知っ
different
て
from
る
all
英
the flame
傑と
chasers
少し
you've
違
met.
うの君から何かを得るつもりはない
I
し
want anything from
これ
you.
も試練
Here's
や
no
テストな
trial
の
or
かじゃない
test.
これは本物の演
Here's
出
a real performance.
あるいは
Or should I say
いじ
torture?
めおやさすがだよ
Oh! You do have some fire in
君
you.
も一つ前
But
の世代の律者
if
に
you
向き合
follow
った
Hershey from the previous
わか
era,
るはずだよ
you'll know how
今の称賛が本音じゃ
empty
ない
that praise really is.
強風よ
But I have
私に服従しなさい
dragon. Go Benares, go! Use the malice of Siren.
ショーの最中にお見
Let
合い
it
するのは
burn bright for all to see.
一刀両断まだ始まったばかりだよ目をそらさないでねショーの最中にお見合いするのは禁止だってどうやら私の友人
Looks like
が
my
こ
friend
れ以
can't
上
bear
見
the
ていら
watch
れ
much
ないみたい
longer.
だ残念だよ
Here's a pity.
君が
When
死
you
ぬとき
die,
は
you won't look
なすすべ
powerless.
がないと
But
いう表情
resentful
じゃ
that
なくて
I'm cheating
相手が
instead.
不正をしたことに対する悔しいって表情になりそうだつまらないよ
How boring. My text completely effective on her.
ああ続けて
Now let's continue.
前に私は
I've
獲
indeed
物をもてあ
mentioned
そ
that
ぶよ
I
うなゲームは
won't.
好き
Don't
じゃ
like
な
to
いって
face
言
my
ったけ
prey.
ど
That's only
そ
when
れ
I'm
はあく
alone.
まで手を滑らせる可能性がある時だけでね勝負がすでに決まった
The
の
victor's
なら
already mine. How
余
am I
興として
playing
相手
alone
になっ
no
ても
more?
いいよ
They blurred.
やっと諦めた
Finally giving up. Friend.
ああだって
Yeah, I can't just
ずっ
call
と
it
そ
it
れ
all
っ
the
て呼ぶわ
time.
けど想
She
像より
returned
も
earlier
早
than
く
I
戻ってき
expected.
た
Looks like
ど
Calpus
うやら
wasn't so hard to deal with. Calpus.
さて子供騙しみたいに
Alright,
ここ
acting
まで
along
付き
with
合
you
って
was
き
like a
た
baby.
け
It
ど
was like a baby and a
君自
child.
身が賢
I'm
い人だ
sorry
って
for
勘違
making
い
me
させたこ
mistake
とについ
yourself
て
as an
は
intellect. Have you been waiting for this power?
そんなに驚
Is that
く
surprising? I
ど
already
んな
told
記
you
憶
that I
体
can
でも
render any
取る
memory
に足ら
replica
ないものに
useless.
私がその代弁者に
So
な
I
るこ
can
と
act
で
as its ambassador to obtain power
他
from
の
the
英傑に
youngs.
対
Or
抗で
even
き
any
る
of the
力
flame
を手に入
chasers.
れても
It's not that
別
strange.
に謎解きに時間をかけて
You spend so
私の
much
嘘を
time
見破
solving
っ
the
たと
riddle,
思ったら
thinking he's seen all through
自
all the
分が分
lies.
析してたどり着
He
いた真
failed to
相
realize
が
that the truth you've
もう
uncovered
一
is
つ
merely
の
another
嘘だった
lie.
と君がここに足を
From
踏
the
み入
moment
れ
you
た時
stepped in here,
私は
I've
目
already
的
achieved
を
my
達
goal.
成した
It doesn't matter what
そ
happens
の
after
後
that.
何が
You
もういいよ
That's enough.
うんざりして
I'm
き
getting
たから
sick of this.
さよなら
Farewell, dear
かわいいお
spectator.
客さん
Try to cry as loudly as
な
you
るべ
can.
く大きな声で
After
泣い
all,
てね
to die because of your own foolishness is
自
truly
分の
something
愚
worth
かさのせい
regretting.
でし
You seem overly confident that that power is enough to defeat me. If it's a power I've never fought against, how can you say it's undefeatable?
接触したことがない。
Never fought against.
いやいや。
No, no,
それは
no.
君
You
が持って
brought
きたも
that
のだ
in.
よ。
How
ど
are you
う
so
してそんなに
dumb?
鈍感？
Well, it can't be corruption then. I guess it could be dominance, but I don't know that that would make sense. But I mean, it could, but like, what? So we're doing dominance for the fourth time now? Which I would enjoy their perseverance, I guess. Is it just like the actual Hersher of Thunder identity? But it seems to like May? Unless May didn't bring it in and Raven did. But following her opponent's line of sight, the girl lowered her head slightly.
さて、
Now, this is the
これ
last
は
quiz
幕が
before the
閉じる前の
finale.
実を言うと、
I don't
悔い
like
にな
acting
る
the
のは好
wooden
きじゃな
dummy.
いし、
I have no interest
君
in
と
getting
触れ合う
physical
こと
with
に
you.
対だから抵抗はしな
Do
か
you
っ
know why I haven't put up any
た。今
resistance
ならそ
earlier?
の理由。
Just like how people only felt pain after noticing their wound, that's not true. May felt an unusual sensation. To her, that fleeting yet familiar sensation came with a dark green mist and slowly grew stronger. This feeling is...
だから今はあなたの話をしましょう。
Let's talk about you.
あなたに聞きたい
Oh,
ことがたく
right.
さんある。
Wait, it's the will of the Honkai? I have a lot to ask you. Right, because between segment 1, between chapter 2 and 3 is Thus Spoke Apocalypse. Right, okay, that makes sense. That makes a lot of sense. I have a lot to ask you.
あの一瞬、確かに見えたわ。
It was but an instant. It was but an instant, but I thought, the will of the Honkai.
もちろん、
Naturally, it didn't give any valuable answers to my questions. Was it that time? Before she completely lost consciousness, she finally deciphered the mastermind behind the scheme. At that time, she'd gotten an answer from the other person. Philby, the it that you speak of, is it another Hersher? Okay, no, it is a Hersher. Did the will of the Honkai, like, put the Hersher of corruption, like, of this era into May to be, like, pulled out? It could still be the Hersher of dominance, but... He's more than familiar with death matches. It can't be Senti. Because Senti's still in Fuhua and is good? Question mark? No, it's gotta be the Hersher of Corruption. But I was thinking like a fragment of Rin. Not this era's Hersher of Corruption. But that would make sense. If the will of the Honkai, like, put it in, like, a virus into May. And so he's very aware of the order in which the senses fail when one loses consciousness, or even their life. First is a vision. At that moment, he's trapped in obscurity, with nothing in sight. Next is touch. At that moment, it is like being trapped in ice, numb all over. The last to go was his hearing, the only sensation he had left. Hearing allows him to recognize the smallest utterances in the dark and know that this is indeed the end of the journey.
死を決意。
Resolve to die for this.
本当に
That's a description
私に
unbefitting
似合
for
わ
me.
ない。
That's not the... I don't feel like that's the right voice I was doing for Eponia. In her embrace, he had come to the sanctuary. The skies darkened at his arrival, and it was going to fall into the abyss. I assume it was Calpus, or perhaps that is the abyss
どう
itself.
して
Why is it
あなたが
you,
戦後
Calpus? Look at that. He's literally being corrupted. That is data corruption. Oh, wow. And is like his whole body.
戦後
The man who came here lost the last of his consciousness.
ちょっと待ってエデン
Wait, Eden,
彼に触れないで
don't touch. In fact,
近づかないで
don't get close to him.
やはり
Expected.
彼の記
His
憶体
memory
は
replica
もう
is
ボロボロ
already severely damaged. He's
消えるまで
on the brink of
あと
disappearing.
一歩
では相手の動きは
And
私
that
たちの
person
予
is
想よりも
acting
ずっ
faster
と
than we
早かっ
think.
たの。戦後が
This is still
助かる
no
可
hope
能
for
性は
Calpus. Extremely little.
かわいそうな子
Poor child. I'm afraid his
Karen's
consciousness has already
おそ
left
らく
him.
もう消えている
He managed to come all the way here
この体に
purely
残っ
with
た
the
本能
instinct
で
of this
ここま
crippled
でやって
body.
きたこんなことができるのは
Only who can do
彼だけ
something like
つま
this?
り何
Which
の
means
手
we
がか
have
りも
another,
残せないま
which
ま
means we have another sacrifice that left their clays behind.
そうでもないよ
That's not true.
幸い
Fortunately, his
彼の
instincts
本
led
能
him
は
to us.
私が深くまで入り
If I
込め
went
ば
deeper, perhaps I
彼の
could
意識の
communicate
余
the
人に触
actions
れ
of his consciousness.
交流できるかもしれない
My controller died.
ただ
It's weird. Because I'm pretty sure it's charged enough that it shouldn't. No, 0%.
戦後の存在はもう
Calpus's existence
い
is on
つ
the
消え
verge
るか
of
わからない
disappearing.
状態だよ
I need to focus entirely to make sure that I
壊
don't
さない
hurt
前
him any
提でそれ
further.
をするなら私が彼の心境
Until
か
I
ら抜
leave
け
from
出
his
すまで
mind, I'll be
こ
completely
の体は
defenseless.
抜け殻同然にな
Until
る
then, Eden,
どうか
please
私を守って
protect me.
くださ
I
い
don't think you needed to use your like ability there. Although I guess this gets rid of any hesitation she might have with it being Calpus.
かつて戒律を与えた時と
It's the same as when I was given discipline
こ
before.
こは
This
確
is
かに戦後
definitely
の心境
Calpus's mind. But
だけど
I have never played as Apponia.
これらは
Why?
楽園の
They
中だけ
appeared
で現れ
outside
るん
the
じゃ
realm.
なかったの
採血の意向は降臨した心と体を私に任せなさい
I wonder if that's a lie. That might not be true, actually.
迷える旅人よ私が万両を断絶せよ
さっきのは
Oh,
戦後の心の歪み
the distortions of Calpus's mind. Ugh. My apologies.
彼女たちの光は最後までどうして広い踏み入る前にまだ懺悔する機会がある結末の余韻に耳を傾けよう
Can't tell if I like. I can't tell if this is fun or not.
あれらは外からのものだ
Those are foreign
私以外に
methods.
も
That for
彼
me,
の思考に侵
there
入
are
でき
others
る
who
者がい
connected
る
his
の
mind.
戦後
Calpus, did you
だからあなたは
come to me because of
何
this?
があっても私のところに来たの
心の扉を開けてく
Thank
れ
you
た
for
ことに
opening
感
up
謝
to
す
me.
る。
Thank you
それ
for
と
voluntarily becoming
自
the
ら
next
次の犠
sacrifice.
牲者になってくれたことにもな。お別れだ。死を
Farewell,
追う
the
英
six
傑
of the flame
第
chasers.
6位。
これは
This is Calpus's
戦後の
voice,
声
but his tone.
だけどこの言い回しは
Can I see your face before you die?
遅すぎるぞ。
You were too
Apponia.
late,
逃
Apponia.
げられた。
It's gotten away.
戦後
Calpus,
よか
I'm
った
so glad.
あなたはやはり簡単に消えるような人じゃなかった
As expected, you won't disappear so easily.
余計なお世話だ。
I have no need for your concern.
俺の体を
Have you seen my
見
body?
たのか。
ええ
Yes,
もう
it's
すぐ
already a lost cause.
崩れる
How did it end up like that?
おかしな相手だ。
It was something very weird.
俺が楽園
While I
を壊
was
そうと
destroying
した
the
時に
realm, it came to me.
戦ったら
It became like this
Konna
after a
funi
fight.
natta.
それって
Do you mean?
正面から戦った
そいつの分
You
際
think
で
it's
そんな
worthy
こと
of
が
that?
できると自分で見れ
See
ば
for yourself. Haven't you
お前は
always
ずっ
liked
と
doing
そうしてき
this?
た。
いいでしょ
Alright. I'm
Never.
sorry. As usual, she reached her hand towards the side of Calpus's head. His past experiences surged forth and surfaced in her
うどう
mind.
して
What?
戦後
Calpus? That isn't just a part of a mind. And it's not a memory
私
that
たちの
I've
よう
like
な
us
記憶でも
either.
なく
It's...
なんだ。
What? You only
今とな
realize
って
this
やっと分
now?
かった。
今まで私を避けてきた存在は
The thing that's been
それ
avoiding
だっ
me?
たのそしてそれが
It, is that also
彼らがこの世に残した
what belittles their last echoes in this world?
お前は相手に恐
You
怖を感
always
じ
make
させるの
people
が得
fear.
意だろ
Then you'd better let it
Honkai.
thoroughly experience
う。あ
fear
んな人
against
間
this
じゃない
kind of
やつ
thing
に
that
対
isn't
して
even human.
遠慮はいらない。
Don't hold back.
戦後
Calpus. Now even the Calpus in his mind was fading away.
これが俺の
So this
結
is my
末なのか。
How laughable.
気が済んだらさっさと
Graham,
失
if
せろ。
you're done. And disgust me if you're the one to watch me die.
いいえ
No,
少なくとも
at least let me
あなた
retain
の
the
最後
last of
の
your
思考を
mind.
保持させて
After all of these end,
全
I'd
て
still
が
try to. As she said that, she seemingly realized something and held her breath. Her eyes slowly moved to her own hands, the ones that had touched Calpus, it spreading to her. Were now shrouded by the same shadow.
アポニア。
そうだね
Right. After all this
全
ends,
てが終わったら
I don't have the right to make that kind of promise now.
あったとしても
Even if you can,
そうさせるつもり
don't
は
even
ない。
think about it.
死は
Death
大したこ
isn't
と
a
じゃ
big
ない。
deal. I've
俺は
died
一
once
度死ん
before.
でいるからな。
Don't humiliate me.
だが
分かった
I
と
see.
にかく
Anyway,
ありが
thank
と
you,
う
Calpus.
戦後
At least you've let us know what type of existence
少
our
なくとも
planet is.
あなたがこれから行く場所
The
に
place that you're going to.
私も
I'll be there soon. I don't know that they're going anywhere. You guys are data entries. You, in theory, don't have souls. Although I guess I don't fully know how souls work in this universe in, like, that regard. Like, I guess it's possible they've created enough of a consciousness that they developed one? Hmm.
その通りだ。
That's right.
お前も俺
You
も
and I
地獄行きだ
deserve
からな。
hell.
その
Let's see
時
if
に
you can
ま
still
だ
get me to do
お
anything
前
with
が
your
くださいと
please
言え
then.
たが、すぐには来
Don't
るな。
come too early. I don't want to share a ride with you.
ええいいでしょ
Okay, I'm
う
looking
私も
forward to that.
では
Then,
また
farewell,
Senko.
Calpus.
待て、
Wait,
もう一つ約束しろ。
promise me one more thing.
今回、
This time,
俺は桜の
I've
無
proven
実を証
Sakura's
明した。
innocence right.
そ
My
うだろう。
body.
俺の体が
I
証拠だ。
I love their relationship so much. I don't think it reaches. I think Owl and Anna is still my favorite ship in this game. This is up there, genuinely. The way that they, like, there are these two characters that, like, don't believe that they can feel anything, don't believe that they should feel anything. They don't even seem to really like each other, but all of their, or in words, they don't seem to like each other, but every one of their actions, every one of their responses to the other, like, shows, if nothing else, a deep friendship and trust. I really like their relationship. I want them to kiss and be happy. Unfortunately, we know that that's not possible.
彼女は裏切り者なんかじゃない。
Was never the traitor. But like Kalpis did all this knowing he would die just to prove her innocent. Knowing it doesn't really mean anything. But because he couldn't bear their friends thinking that she might have betrayed them.
あいつらに全員に教えろ。
Kill them all!
彼女の無実は
Walden must have
俺がこの手と引き換え
resub.
に入手したんだ。
Hello,
あいつらの
Walden.
施しな
How
ん
are
かじゃ
you in
ない。
2025? I got her innocence back with my own hands. Not something they can throw away as they please.
そうだね。
You're right.
千子、
Sakura wasn't a traitor.
さくらは裏切り者なんかじゃない。
I got a day off, so what can I complain about, really? Valid.
次は私が罪を償う番だ。
It's time for my redemption. I'll return
か
everything
つての借り
that
は
I owe you. Aside from my GBF roles being so bad. Oh, same. I spent so many roles, like, throughout Crimis. And I did have to use the Sierra ticket on Zoe. But, like, I bingoed Christmas. I got all the Christmas seeds from this year. So, I guess my luck isn't terrible, but on the galas, it's been awful.
それが
You
分かっ
better
たならいい。
remember to. Now get out.
もう少し
Give me
静かにしてくれ。
some peace for now.
アポニアさん、
Aponia,
うまくいったの。
was everything alright?
もう
Don't
邪
disturb
魔
him
しないであ
anymore,
げましょう。
please.
彼の人生
That's a
は
real please. That's not
騒がしいものだった
the
けど。
please wasn't in quotes.
少なくとも今は
He led a noisy life, but I
静
wish
か
to
に言ってもらいたい。
let him go peacefully. In the past, she also watched people leave the world one by one like this. With a melancholic expression, Aponia moved both hands to his head. She decided to use her powers again to create a perfect illusion of death for him. There, he would get everything he wanted. No regrets, no losses.
やめろ。
Scram! But a loud shout stopped her. The man that had long lost all consciousness suddenly
お
awoke.
前の幻覚
I
なん
don't
て
need your illusions.
戦後
Help us.
分かっている。
I understand. You
こ
don't
れ
have
以
to
上は
say
やめ
more.
て。
黙れ。
Shut up.
俺が本当に手
But I
に
know
入
I
れ
don't
た
have
い
the
もの。
right to have what I really want.
だが今度
But this time,
今度こ
this
そ
time,
俺は確実に何かを
really protect
守
something.
ったし答えろ。
Answer.
俺に
Answer me.
ええ、
Yes. You did.
眠りなさい。
Sleep now. You
あなたは
will not lose anything anymore. Goodbye, Kalpis. I really, really like you. Hopefully your XP in Star Rail will be cool. I don't think you can use a Sierra ticket on Orologio. I don't think the Providence summons are in the Sierra tickets. I need to restart my headphones. Oh my god. It is? I thought they weren't. They're not in something for sure. I checked before time. Okay, valid. I thought there was something they weren't in. I strove with none, for none was worth my strife. I warmed both hands with the fire of life. It stinks, and I'm ready to depart. But this man wasn't like that. He strove against anyone, for he did not want anyone to forget all that had been lost. He did not need to use both hands, for his entire body was a raging fire. Now, that fire had extinguished. Just like that, quietly extinguished. Listen, speaking of Yatima, Yatima is the only Providence summon I got on banner. I sparked the year Belial came out. Ice Spark the year Bubs came out. Ice Sparked the year 000 came out. I got none of them. I got Bubs like the summer of that year. I got Belial 2 months ago, and I still don't have 000. No, sorry, I got Bubs after Yatima, I think. Yeah, I've never gotten a Providence on banner. And a more shocking thing remained. Yeah, it spread to her. Apparently, your body. Yes, I'm sorry.
ごめんなさい
Calpus used his life to uncover the enemy's location for us, and also let me
自身の
take
命
my
に
touch.
私に起こった異常
As
現
for
象
the
について
anomalies
は
on my body,
どうか
please do not interact with the other
相手に接触し
present
ない
in
で
any way.
ください
This discipline is the last gift I
こ
can
の
give you.
活気
Enemy.
え
Yes. Please hurry to where the last token is
最
and
後の
protect its
印と
owner.
なるビルビを
Vilvi,
私たちの中に
there's no traitor among
裏
us.
切り者はいない
But
記憶体である私
to
たちに
memory
とって
replicas, the enemy
こ
that
こ
we
で
are
向き合
facing
う敵は
is like a finality
終焉の
here.
ような
Eden, I don't understand why it appeared here,
それが来たの
but it is here,
この
Here,
古の
in the
楽園の
Silesian
中に
realm.
神職の律者
The
はもう
Hersher of Corruption has
降
descended.
臨し
I think there's something poetic about the Hersher of Corruption, even though it's a different one, being the, like, pure downfall of the Flame Chasers, because, like, it is what led to the emotional downfall, I guess, of them in the previous era, because, like, you know, everything was fucked at that point already, but there was still, like, this idea that we can keep fighting, at least from what I've seen, what I understand. But the Hersher of Corruption, specifically, like, the Moss members, or the Moss members killing Rin, causing the Hersher of Corruption to awaken, which caused Sakura to kill herself, really was what led to everything just going purely downhill. Like, now there was no hope. Now they'd lost Sakura. I believe a few of the other Flame Chasers were dead at this point. That was the end. And so this, the new Hersher of Corruption coming along to wipe out what remained of them, of the Flame Chasers, I think is really poetic in a horrible way. Oop.
いやはり信じられないな
I still can't believe this.
神職の律者が
The Hersher
も
of
う誕
Corruption
生したなんて
has been born.
しかもこんなガイドロボットにな
It's born in this guide robot. I'm trying to get used to. I realized I have not been farming like at all. The event. I should do that at some point. The hardest connection process was over, and Raven switched on all lights in the
だ
basement
が
again.
事実だ
But the fact
この
remains
機
that
械
this
は
robot has
あるはずの
sentience,
ない意
and
識
it's
を
not
持って
supposed
い
to
る
have a desire to spread.
拡散
Even I,
した
with
い
my
という
connection to the
欲
robot,
望
Wait, is great.
今これと接続している私でさえ感じられる
No. Okay. I misunderstood that. I thought for a second Gray Serpent was the Hersher of Corruption.
律者になるには人類である必要があると思ってた
Oh, I never, go to raids for, for Grand Blue Sky. Like, just start it yourself and OTK it. thought that the prerequisites for Herrscher was a human.
人類というよ
Maybe
り
it's thoughts.
思想なのかも
That's
し
the
れない
voice I was
な。
giving you. So, okay, yeah, this is interesting. The idea that a Herrscher, it just needs consciousness, basically. It doesn't need a human consciousness per se. It just needs a sentience, basically.
境界線を引くのは難しい。
It's hard to say.
少なくとも
Compared to a human
人
infant,
類の
it
赤
now
ん
has
坊
a
と比
stronger
べる
capacity
と
for independent thinking.
今のこれ
But
は
that's only if
よ
you
り
compare
独
it to
立
an
そして
infant.
それは人類にとって最大の幸運になる。
I believe in you, Warden. Also, I don't think event raids have elemental resistances. Like, they don't have the weakness, obviously, but I don't think they have the hard cap that other things do. It is also humanity's
やつ
greatest
が停止
fortune.
した実験室の中にとどまったままで動きがなかったのはまだ幼かったからなの
Do
か
you think it remains still in that closeted lab because it's
何
still
しろ
young?
この新職
After
の
all,
律者は
the Herrscher of
生まれたば
Corruption
か
is
り
still a
の赤
newborn
ん坊だ
baby
からな。
infant.
知識を持っているかもしれないが、どう実践するかまではわからないのだろう。
It may be knowledge,
成長す
it
る
may
機会
possess
もない
knowledge,
から
but doesn't know how to
力
act
は
on
ま
it.
だ弱い
It
ま
didn't
ま
have
だ
the chance to grow, so its power and strengths are still weak.
おそらくこの
I'm
律者
afraid
が
that was also
今
why
まで
the
最
most
も
as
多
Herrscher
くした
tried
行為が
was to
コピ
back
ーであ
up.
る。もちろん何らかの手段で3つの組織の包囲網を指して軽率に動
Of
けなか
course,
った
it's also
だけと
possible
い
that
う
it
可能
used
性もあ
higher
る
dimensional
のだが
connections to detect the encirclement planned by 3 groups, so it
と
dare
に
not
かく
move.
停止した実験室で奴が今までコピーを試したのは
Its attempts to back up in the closed lab were merely done in a setting with no
追
network.
跡はできるか
Can you track it? Gray Serpent pointed his
全
head.
部ここにある。
So here. Gray Serpent reached out the robot's serial number and classes. Raven quietly noted down everything he said. There were no jokes or idle chatter during this time. These two old friends, who had worked together many times before, knew the nature of their task now.
これで最後の一個だ。
This is the last one. Raven checked the quantity and serial numbers again.
全部合っているよ。
Perfect. They all match.
それが律者の本体で
Are you sure that is the Herrscher's main body, not just
確実に言え
another
るのか
backup?
いや、確信はない。
I'm not sure.
だが、あらゆる外向きの侵食の
But
源は
all
これで
external corruption originated from
内
it.
向きの部
I
分
don't
は
see any
見当たら
internal
ん
ones.
一つだけ例外があるが、
Unless the Herrscher of Corruption has another way that overcomes reality to transport itself into another body.
しかしそんなこ
But
と
it's not really
本
possible.
当にもし本当にそ
If
うだ
that's
と
the
し
case,
た
we can't
ら
do much about it.
少な
At
く
least
と
in
も
this mission.
この人
この件は事実通りに上に報告する
I'll report accordingly.
リストにある
Now we
設備を
just
見
need
つ
to
けて
find and destroy every
壊さなけれ
equipment
ば
on this list.
ああ、だが手段には気をつけてくれ。
Yeah, but please limit the message
我
you
々が
use.
行動する前
Do you
に
remember the
考え
worst
た
case scenario we thought of before we started?
ああ私たち
So
が
a
一
bit
歩遅かっ
later,
た場合の
the
話だ
destruction of the guide robots would have
そ
begun,
の瞬間侵食の律者は
and the
か
Herrscher
な
of
りの
Corruption
確
would
率
likely
で
have understood
死を理
what
解
death
し
is,
窮地で生を求めるという意志も生ま
and
れ
it would
る。
develop the will to survive.
生きたいという執念こそが最も
The
恐ろしい
desire to
力
live will
に
be
な
its
る。
most frightening power. Just like the despair and fury that the girl who was the vessel felt at the verge of death during the previous descent.
さて、
Yeah, alright, next.
もう
There's still
一
a
つ
task
君
you
に
need to
頼んで
complete.
今回来たのが君で
I'm
よか
glad
った
you're the one who came this
私に
time.
とって
To me,
それが最
that
後
is
の
the final
一歩に
step.
なるから。
他に方法はない
There's
の
no
か
other way. Yeah, the Herrscher of Corruption's in him, and it's very explicitly like being Data. He's gotta go. Because otherwise it's in him. Grey Serpent laughed. At least he made Raven think that
か
he
つて
laughed.
の人類たちがどうやって侵食
Do you
の
remember?
律者
Do
に
you still
勝利した
remember
か
how
覚え
humans
てい
defeated
る
the
か
Herrscher of Corruption before? They sealed it in
彼
a
らは
black
やつ
box.
今回の黒い
The
箱
black
は
box for this descent.
君
is
の
in front of you.
残念
But
だ
it's a pity.
お
If you
前
could
が
live
一生ネ
forever
ット
without
に接
network,
続せずにい
you
られ
might
る
have
な
had
ら
other
他に
options.
や
Forget
め
it.
ておけ
If it finds out, and I'm
私
not
の
praising
うぬぼれでは
myself,
ないが
that it has obtained such
も
a
し奴
perfect
が完
body,
璧な
the
体を手に入
consequences
れた
would
こと
be
に気づい
unimaginable.
たら
Yeah, no, if it got into the Gray Serpent network, that would be awful. I don't know that it would be like game over, but it would be probably the strongest threat in the current era.
さて黄泉の杖を取り出してくれ
Enough. Take it out. The Scepter of Duat.
そろそろ別れの時間だ
Time to bid farewell,
友
old
よ
friend.
少なくとも最後ぐらい
Can
お
you at
前
least
の
tell me
願い
your
を
wish
教
now?
え
いや
Actually,
やめておこ
forget
う
it.
いざ口にしたら
Once I say it,
私も死にたくなくなるか
I
ら
know it's like to not die. And silence fell. No sound and no one emerged from the silence again.
外にいるんだろ
You over
こ
there.
こを去る
I
前
thought
に
you'd greet
挨
me before
拶
you
くらい
leave.
して
もうしばらく悲嘆にくれる時間が必要かと思いまして。
I know that voice. I thought you needed a little more
あ
time
い
to
つとの
mourn
ことを言ってるの
over
か
him. It's none
お
of your
前とは関係ない
business.
だ
そうですね。では、私と関係あることをお話ししましょうか。
Oh my god, what voice
か
actor is
つて
this?
この場所で、あなたに傷つけられたバルキリーがいましたよね。
It's a Valkyrie you'd hurt year before, else none of my business.
仕返しに来たのか
Are you here for
もちろんで
revenge?
す。
Of course.
ただ、
But
今
not
では
now.
ありませ
And
ん
not
し、
how you imagine
あ
me
なたが
to.
想像するような形でもありません。
じゃあ礼
Then I
を言
must
っ
say
ておく
thank
どう
you.
いたしまして。
You're welcome. After
何
all,
せ、
there are many
この
things
世
in
に
this
は
world
人
that will
々の
exceed
想像
humans'
を超えた現実。と
expectations.
にかく、
Regardless,
今回は
the Shixels,
天命として
the
勇者を
Shixel
止め
thanks
る
to
ため
both of you
貢献して
for
くださった
stopping
こ
the
と
Hershey
に
this time.
感謝し
Miss
ます。
Natasha, we'll meet
では
again.
また。
The faint aura disappeared completely. Raven felt annoyed. She wouldn't have been so overcome by that woman if she was her normal self. Raven stood silently for a moment. She ruminated carefully on all that had happened today, and then, having finished taking it all in, buried it silently in the corner of her heart, where the sun would never shine. In her many years as a professional, she'd become accustomed to this. Perhaps because of what had just happened, an unexpected remark suddenly appeared wait, is the narrator a person? Like a specific person? An unexpected remark suddenly appeared in my gradually sinking memory.
まあ一つだけ例外があるが侵食の
Thus,
律
the
者が
Herrscher of
別
Corruption
の
has
形
another
で
way
現
that
実を
overcomes
超えて
reality to
他の
transport
個体に
itself
寄
into
生す
another
る
body.
しかしそんなこと
But is that
本当
really
に
possible? Yes, because it can use the Elysian realm. In the boundless darkness, a new consciousness was sprouting. A void. This was its initial perception of the world. There was nothing to see or hear. It was a boundless stretch of hollow. This was the world into which it was born. Gradually, something surfaced in the world.
だから今はあなたの話をしましょ
So, let's talk about you.
あなたに聞きたいことがたくさんある。
I have a lot to ask you. The thing was information. It was the second concept it had grasped since birth. Information was light that reflected the appearance of the two on the eye. Information was sound that transmitted the conversation between the two to the ear. A mix of information was converted and shaped into consciousness, and ultimately had become a choice. Oh, wait, okay. Corrupting. For it, it was an instinctual behavior like breathing and eating. Naturally, it did not choose to act, but what to act on. The rest was a matter of course. It moved slowly towards the chosen goal, but nothing happened. Failure was a foreign concept to it at the time. For that reason, it was completely unaware of the quandary it was in. The two figures before it, be it the higher existence or the woman of authority, were beings that the newborn Hersher could not corrupt. It had no place there. The sole reason why the newborn was involved was an unintended after effect, but it could not comprehend any of that. Therefore, it split itself in two and continued to corrupt. Even if it failed, it was with it. So yeah, it couldn't corrupt May, but it is like, it sat in her. Local backup 1. All-site backup 1. Current target. Yeah.
どういうこと？
I don't understand.
あの未知のエリア
Can't
の
the
信
signal
号
not
は
on an area be detected
どうして
anymore?
観測でき
And
な
the
くなっ
realm's
たの？
path setting is off.
それに
No.
楽園に設置された経
No,
路も
don't you hurt perfect little baby
当た
Klein.
りガラスもずっと戻ってこない。
Haven hasn't returned
ど
either.
こに不具合
What
が
went
あった？
wrong? When it woke up, it had followed the red figure into a new world. Incredible. It could feel the prosperity there. Unlike the void, this place was full of nutrients. Without a doubt, this place known as the Elysian Realm was full of the nutrients it needed to evolve. Local backups 2. Off-site backups 3. Current target,
Hi, May.
May, I finally found you! I don't know what happened. The realm's in a mess. It soon understood joy. Record joy here among all the purple. Local backup 3. Off-site backup 7. Current target, My little lab I'll savor every second of your humiliation. Because of joy, it also understood anticipation. Record anticipation here among all the blue. Local backups 4. Offsite backups 13.
私と一緒にホール
Go
に
to
行
the
こう。
house, Mikasa. I feel
私
inspired. Because of anticipation, it also understood curiosity. Record curiosity here among all the... I think there's a few more colors than green. Local backups 5. Offsite backups 17. And because of curiosity, it
あ
also
なたの来
understood
訪は楽園に
her
破滅
arrival
を
will
も
bring
たらす。
destruction upon the realm. And none of us wish to see this place reduced to rubble because of
あ
you.
なたのせいで
For this reason,
ここが瓦礫となる
10 days
結
from now,
末を見たくは
I
な
will
い。
have to
この手であなたの
end your
命を。
life with my own hand.
Oh.
Fear. Death was a concept that it had yet to encounter. No one could escape death, and no one could define what death really was. These were what it learned from an ocean of information. Even so, it didn't know where its fear of death stemmed from. Until... Hi, Mika! Happy year new for you too!
遅い。ただ手合わせがしたいなら最
You
初
shouldn't
から
have
俺のと
come
こ
to
ろ
me
に
if
来
you
る
were just looking for a sparring partner.
俺には決着が必要だ。
For me,
そのやり
things
方
have
も
to have an
一
end.
つだけだ。
And there's only one way to do it. No, it's impossible. The air became piping hot again. Everything was evaporating and scorching, and it was hard to breathe. Kalpis raised his hand, and if he lands his hit, she will definitely be destroyed. It was an absolute power. That was an unchangeable reality. Deeper than darkness, quieter than silence. Now death was here. It would be killed by the man before its eyes. Yet he did not even know of its existence. Local backup 4. Offsite backups 26. Current target. When it awoke again, that unimaginable concept was now vivid in its memories. The fear of death also remained eternally because of such a unique first-hand experience. It began to understand the joy of escaping death. In the face of every decision, it duplicated itself. That was the reason why it survived to this day. It also began to understand regret. At that time, the self that chose to remain in reality must have faced a vaster world and making more varied decisions, thus boosting the growth of duplicates immensely. Well, no, that one's actually already dead. Did it make the wrong decision? But it mattered not. As long as a duplicate lived, it would always live on. Exactly how it should be. But local backups 4. Offsite backups 25. Local backups 4. Offsite backups 19. Yeah, this is the one outside being destroyed. What was it? Local backups 4. Offsite backups 5. Who did what and how? Local backups 4. Offsite backups 2. Why was it alone again? So, from those interactions, it copied itself into May, Elysia, Mobius, and Grizio. And then one in May died when we had to, quote-unquote, die to get into the deep end. No, I don't want to die. And so thoughts began to manifest. I don't want to just disappear. I want to keep living, to leave behind a legacy. To leave behind a legacy. And so anticipation became self-preservation. It goes on. And so curiosity became desire. Yes. And so overwhelming joy flooded in from everywhere and embraced it tightly. Yes, 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 yes. Flashing to Jojo. Meant many yes. Yes. It must not die. It must not return to that void again. It must live on, for the sake of those other selves that want to live. Local backup 4, all site backup 0. Current target to live on.
Hi, Sakura.
Hey, Sakura.
奇
What
遇
a
よね。
coincidence.
私たちが別れた
We
日も
waved goodbye in a moonlit
こ
night
んな
just like
月夜
this
だっ
one.
たわね。
So the reason Sakura got the Thunders of Retribution and like was ready to go on the hunt was she could tell that this Hersher was here. So this time, the choice must be right.
ほう、
Oh,
これが君の過
this
去
is your experience.
さあ、
Don't be
怖
scared.
がらないで。
Hello, her. I
気
won't
づ
hurt
かれ
you.
たくないって？
You don't want me found?
問
No
題ない
problem.
よ。
We're friends,
また
right?
私が
I'll prove it to you.
彼を頼る。
Everyone, make sure to follow the wonderful Mika Shiyu. She is the greatest entertainer of our decade. We love her. She's great. She's wonderful. Go turn her into Grinka. Rely merely on him.
さて、この薄い幕があれ
Alright,
ば、
through the thin
侵
layer,
食
the
の
Hershey
律者
Corruption
には
barely hear
私たち
voices.
の嘘はついてない。
Analyze just that. Here's watching us within
そ
the
れは
layer
こ
right
の幕
now.
のこれが私の発見だ。
Here's what I discovered.
しかし
But why
なぜ
you?
君がアポニアもスーも
Even a
気
pony
づ
in
いてい
suit
なかっ
didn't
た
realize anything.
ウイルスだからね。
It's a virus,
Initial
after all.
楽園の媒
The
体。
equipment that
つまり
intruded the Elysian realms
楽園を
medium is
存
what's
続させ
keeping
てい
the
る
realm
設
together.
備に私は楽園の建
But
造
wouldn't
者
it
な
be
の
too
に。
negligent of
彼ら
me
より後に
as a
気づい
creator
た
to
ら
only
さ
realize
すがに
after
失格じゃない？
after they do?
次は私の
Next,
腕にあ
show
る
them the
ダーク
dark
グリ
green
ー
mark
ン
on
の
my
痕
arm.
跡を
It
彼
was
に
originally
見せる。
a sort of gift,
本当
but
は
now
贈り物だけど、
become a sort of proof.
もうすぐ私も完全に侵食され、そいつの一部になるだろうね。
Soon I'll also be completely corrupted and become a part of it.
今言ったように、侵食の律者は
Like I said just
私
now,
た
the
ちを
Hershey
直接
corruption
削除する
even
能
has
力
the
すら持
power
って
to
る。
immediately delete us.
でも、データは律者が
But the
成長
data
す
is
る
the
土台だか
basis
ら、
of growth.
削
Deleting
除は
us
自
would
存
harm
を意味
itself.
する。
If it has
選
a
べる状況
choice,
なら、
it'd rather
奴は
corrupt than
私に
use
した
us,
ように
just
相
like
手
it
を
did
し、
to
こ
me.
れは私たちの唯
Here's
一の
our
チャ
only
ンスだ。
chance, Kevin.
ケビ
If
ン、
you want to defeat
奴
it,
に勝ちた
you
けれ
must
ば、
cooperate with my
私たち
続
performance.
けてくれ
You what?
君は私たちの中で
You
最
want
も
sharp
鋭い
sword?
ナイフ。
You cannot fall into
奴
his
にだ
hands.
から、今すぐ死んで
So
ほ
I
しい。
need you to die immediately.
ああ、誤解し
Oh,
ないで。
don't misunderstand me.
私の手で
I
君の
meant
デ
that I
ー
must
タを
delete your
削除
data
する
with
ってい
my
う
own
その
hands.
ケビン
With
消
that
滅ボタン
destroy
だって
Kevin
ね。
button.
本当に可能なのか
You can do that.
それを言ったら前から可能ではあったんだけ
Sure.
ど、
Oh,
意
but
味が
what's
な
the
く
point?
私のあらゆる発明と
It's
同
got
じよう
backdoor
に、
program
それ
like
にも
all
バ
my
ックドアがある
inventions.
から、
Sure, it can
消
be
滅したと
destroyed,
して
but
も
it can also
復
be
旧できる。
僕
restored.
に騎兵として
You
死
want
ん
me
だ
to
ふりを
feign
して
death
ほしい
and
の
catch
か
the enemy off guard?
今はまだはっ
There's
きり
no
と
way
は
to
言
know
えな
right
い
now.
演出が始まる前に
Before things
私
kick
は
off,
新
I
職
hand
の律
myself
者に
over
投
to the
稿し
Hershey
て
of Corruption
そ
to
の機
find
に
out how
乗じ
Alicia is
て確
doing.
かに投稿だけど
Tony, the show's already begun.
とっくに始まって
So I guess she actually was able to trick Kevin.
言うまでもなくタイプライターの客観性は疑いようがない
Todd
だ
might
か
have
ら
maybe
た
objected.
とえエリシアが本
But if
当に
Alicia
削除
was
された
deleted,
として
how
も
on confirmation?
答えはすでに決まってる
How, I guess I already know the answer, but Kevin, you can't believe it, can you? When?
今夜だよ
This
もち
evening.
ろん
As
そのま
always,
ま
the
帰っ
chance
て
we
こ
all
られ
make
な
it
いかの
back.
考えておいて
Think it over.
君にはま
You
だ
still have
半日の
half
時
a
間
day.
全然難しくない
It's not
そう
difficult.
でしょ
A back
バッ
door.
クドア
If I can open it, I can
開けなかっ
close
た
it too. Got it.
少し待ってくれ
I'll get back to you. But I still have one more
それ-
question.
君は誰だ
Who are you?
私が
Who
誰だって
am I?
どうして急
What's
に
got
昔
you
の
thinking
こと
about the
を思い出
past?
したんだろう
Damn, Bella's
Holy
fucking
wow.
dead.
勝利の
Here's what
喜びな
feels
のか
like to win. Oh, Vilvi. Yeah. So far away at this speed.
隠れてないで出てきなさ
You
い
can't hide,
そこにいる
Vilvi.
のは分かって
I
る
know where you
ビ
are.
ルビ
Come on now.
いいでしょ
How
Mobius.
Mobius. You know next.
次さすが君だ
How they
一
expected
目
to
で
cut the
私
markings
の
on my
体
body
にある
in one
痕跡
glance.
見覚えがあるそうだね
Get out home.
新職の律者
Hey, Sheriff Caption.
私の仕業だって思う
What? You think I did this?
もちろんだ
Of
君は
course.
昔から
Didn't
似
you
た
do
ような
similar
実験をしてる
experiments?
人職の律者の真似
If I
を
was
して
imitating
ウイルス
Hershey
を
of
まさ
Corruption,
か私が止
you
めた
quit
後
after
も
the
ま
last
だ
time I
諦めて
stopped
なか
you.
ったなんてね
We got in a huge fight.
当時は
Okay,
その
so
件で
that was
大喧嘩
Mobius'
したのに
mistake.
黙りなさいビルビ
Zip it, Vilvi.
聞いてこれは
Listen, it's not. She didn't finish that
So,
thought.
研
Haven't
究
done a
し
lot
尽
of
くし
research and haven't
模
even
倣
made an
品まで開
imitation.
発したもの
You
と
should
して
know I'm being
君は
watched.
私の言葉の
You'll
意図を
start
組ん
guessing the
で
meaning behind
合わせ
everything
よ
I
うとす
say
る
and
だろう
cooperate throughout the process.
私に
Rather than
あれら
explain
の
it to
実験
me.
品と本
What
物の
exactly
新
is the
職の
difference
律者
between
に
those experiments and the
何の違い
Hershey
がある
corruption?
だったら何
And
私を止められ
you
るとで
think you
も思
can
ってる
stop me?
とぼけないでメビウス
Carry him, Mobius.
最初は確かにあれは
I
君の
initially
実験
thought it was
品
your
だと思って
experiment.
た
I didn't expect it to run to the real deal this
小
era.
気味に真相を
Now
教
let
え
me
よ
tell
う
you the truth.
私
I
はすで
succumbed
に
to
奴
it.
に投
Now I'm
稿
here to
した
make you do the same.
ビルビ
All
あな
by
たの分
yourself.
そう
Yeah,
考えるん
think
だ
about it.
君のような賢
Someone
い
as
人な
smart
ら
as you ought to get why I
す
would
ぐ
bring
気
up the
づく
past like
私が
this.
すでに完
Soon
璧
you'll
な計画を
understand.
考えてい
I
る
have the
こと
perfect plan in place.
そして
I've got
本
you.
当本当のことを言うと
Tell
ケ
you
ビ
the
ンは
truth,
すでに
I raised
私の手
Kevin
で
with
もメビウ
these.
ス彼と
Mobius.
比べて
How do you compare
君は
with
どうだろう
him?
ね
手下を一人片付けたくらいでしょ
Fall for that. Well, we do know that she got Mobius already, though, so. Something to get rid of unwanted
そ
company.
の違いは
Have a guess.
後のことはさほ
As
ど
for the
重
rest
要
of
で
the
計
memo,
画なんてあるわけないで
what plan?
賢いメビウス
Oh, Mobius. My
私の
plan
唯
is
一
to
の
make you
計
think I
画は
have a plan.
あな
But
たが完全に
before
消え
you
る前
disappear completely,
More
I have
to
one
just-
last question.
あなた
Just who are you? Okay, Mobius had
そう
met
だ
the
ね
like evil Vilvi
私
though.
は一体
So is this
誰なんだ
not
ろう
really even the evil Vilvi? Has Vilvi just been erased completely and this is a actual like this is just the Hershey of corruption using Vilvi's body? Oh. And May now. What's going on? Is this the memory of evil? She lowered her head, looking at the body for a while, as though it belonged to someone else. I'm still here, safe and sound. Not imprisoned, like she said. So it's really you. You've finally shown your face. Just who are you? I woke up from my memory after being asked this so many times. Those dark green scars are gone too. Oh wait, I want to make sure Bella's okay. I mean, she's not. Well, she's alive, I guess. Ah, here we go. Oh, they're already dead.
Yeah. やっと来てくれた。
Hey, you showed up. That voice. Of course it'd be you.
どう自己紹介すればいいか
Let's
な。
just start this conversation.
久しぶり？
A long time no see.
それとも、
Oh,
はじめまして。
nice to meet you. Is it different Vilvi? Ah, the original Vilvi. Like the one that was all put together. It really is you. The original Vilvi. The con
あ
artist.
まりにも普通で、
This
が
isn't
っかり
special
させ
enough
ちゃ
for
ったか
you.
な。
How you disappointed?
全然驚いてないん
You
だ
don't seem
ね。
surprised at all. So, partitioning the
それ
mind.
は本当に持ってる能力だよ。
That's all true. But before even having this ability, it has the ability to become someone else.
私は簡単に
It's
他
not
人
that
に
big
な
a
ることが
difference,
で
is
きた
it?。The evil has said, all of the partitions of the mind no longer exist. Is another one of her lies? Or your
な
lie?
んて言えばいいかな。
She had destroyed all the other parts,
確
including
かにだ
herself.
けど、
It was said to self after staying the
井戸
partition
の
labeled
領域
self.
にいなければならない
There
と
wasn't
いうルー
anything
ル
there
は
from
な
the
いでし
beginning
ょう。
anyway. Just some old habits.
それに、雲で
Spiders have
例えて
8
みよう
legs,
か
and。they all come from the torso,
しか
right?
し残念なことに
It's a、shame. Without legs,
足
torso
がなけれ
stiff.
ば、
So this is the
胴
only
体は
way
歩
I
け
can
な。
meet
ご
with
めん
you.
ね。
I'm sorry.
真剣に謝ったら、
If I really
受け入
made
れ
it,
てくれるかな。
would you forgive me? I believe you.
こんな風に言う資格はないかもし
Hasn't
れない
mean
けど、
much coming from me,
信
but I
じて
hope you
ほしい。
will. Y'all want to save me from the
ここは
evil.
私の思考だからね。
It isn't me we're
ちょっ
talking
とした
about.
偽装くらい簡
I'll
単だ
make
よ。
pretend it's bound
そ
to
れに気
happen.
づかれないようにするのは
It would take a lot
か
to
なり
avoid
大
being
変だ
caught.
ったけどね。
At the very least, that part of me would have to think she won.
彼女は認めないだろうけど、
You won't
君は
admit it,
確か
but
に
you'll
強
be
敵だった
challenged. He'd love the opportunity to beat you. So it really is the hush of corruption.
うん。
Yeah,
どうやって
I'm
古
sure you
の楽
already
園
know how
に来
it
たか
got in the
は
Elysian realm, huh? Yeah, this is not gonna help May's ongoing
あ
guilt.
まり自分を責めないで。
Don't blame yourself. She will. She absolutely
君
will.
がいなかったとしても、
It would have
それ
found its
は
way
いず
here
れこ
without
こに
you.
やってきた。
And then things would be even worse.
視点を変えて考えてみ
Look at it
て。
this way. Had you never come
君
to
が
the
あれ
Elysian
と会
realm,
った後、
reality would be a
すぐに
complete
楽。
mess right now.
はあ、
You're someone that focuses a
君は
lot on her
私と同
mistakes,
じで、
just like me.
君のしたこと以上に、
Maybe it's my fault it's
それ
gotten
が
this
最
bad.
初は、
Hell
専門
y'all.
家がそれに気づい
Then
たん
the
だ。
expert found it and became its first
私も。
casualty.
その時に目覚めざるを得なかった。
Also had to awaken. Oh, in here. Okay, yeah. So the expert, the genius, found it in the Elysian realm and became the first one that it consumed, which led to it finding the pure evil Vilvi, and then everything spiraling from there. Will you really sleep for 50,000 years?
それ以上かもしれないね。
More than that. I'm in the
生き
state
てた。も
alive.
ちろん、これにもバックドアを残しておいたんだ。
More than half the partitions of my mind
思
disappear
考領
after
域が半
awakening.
数以上消えた時、
Okay, so
私がどれだけ
if they
嫌がって
did
も、
delete Kevin in the way that they said, full, real, complete Vilvi could reopen that and Kevin can come back.
だってそんな状況で考えられ
After
る可
all,
能
when that
性は
happens,
一つだけ
there's only one possibility.
私が本当に死ぬこと
I
にな
became
る
afraid I'm gonna die.
目覚めたからといって
I might not be
形
able to
勢
make
を
a
変えられる
difference,
とは限らないけど
but at least I have to say goodbye to everyone.
少なくとも
I also, the amount of focus on like
残った人たちに
death and the fear
別れ
of
を
it
告
in
げるこ
this.
とができるでしょ
And I remember a lot of the stuff that I was thinking about Sela's conversations in The Smoke Apocalypse. I have a feeling that the Hersher of Death is incoming. Stop the corruption by destroying the evil. Was that your
い
call?
や
No, I
あの
was
時は
fully
まだ
awakened then.
私は
I
完
was the
全に目覚
conductor.
ごめん
Sorry, it's a strange title.
いつもそう呼ん
But
で
you
たか
should
ら
be an
君
engineer.
の認識
You
だ
ought to
と
be familiar by now. The Vilvians that I'm used
そ
to
の通
seeing.
り
Yeah,
彼
the
女は
first
私が
partition.
初めて分割し
I
た
was a
思考
very
領
good
域だった
politician back then. So it's not my
正
best
直
work.
にだから彼女には
Too many
工事関連
opinions and
の知
emotions
識
got
の
mixed
他に
in. She's too
主
similar to
観
me.
的
Too similar. So you let her split your mind up?
そうだよ
Yeah, I've had times
私に
where
も
I only wanted to believe in
自分
myself.
それが
That's why
私た
she's
私
the
ちが彼女を
conductor.
指揮者と
He's
呼
never
んでる
made a
理
slip.
論会
Except
以外だけど
this time. You didn't expect her to sacrifice the evil. More
と
like
いうより
plans have changed
私
since
が
that
今した
incident.
ことのすべてそのアクシデントがなかっ
Both
たら
at that incident, Vilvi would have had to step
あ
down.
のと多分
The
指揮
conductor
者は
saw
そ
the
んな
betrayal
状況
coming,
で
so she
あの
joined
領
up
域
with
が
Hershey
裏切るって
corruption
見
and
抜い
destroyed
た
all
ん
the
だ
other areas,
そうなったら
leaving me behind.
私
alone
は
in
運
the
か
dark.
ら彼女はそうしたのかもしれない
That's why
ね
she did it, right? After all, no one knows me better than me.
私を一番理解してるのはただ
Ichiban,
ほとんどのデー
number
タを
one.
失ってさらに新職の律者の
I
監
lost
視下
most
に
of
い
my
たから
data. I'm always being watched by the Hershey
監
corruption.
視を交わして君と話したければ
I can only
こ
talk to
こ以
you
外の
without
場
being
所は
lost
なかっ
here.
たんだ
She also wants a word. To wipe me out completely.
ああ
Yeah. And Kevin, Pardo, Mobius. Their sacrifices were in vain. Yeah, in vain.
だから
So,
起
it
きるべ
shouldn't
きじゃ
happen. What do you mean?
古の楽園の
The
最
Hershey
強
of
と
Corruption's
主
target is the strongest and the master of the
彼
red.
らは
And you can
新
do it
職
without
の
moving
律
a
者が
finger.
優先的
It's
に方
simple.
法
What are we gonna do?
ケビンの場合
That's what she said
彼
about
女は
Kevin.
こう話す
I
だろう
hope he
ね
can become a critical warrior thanks to her destroy
彼
Kevin.
女
But
の本意は疑
she
問
wanted
だ
to
け
lie,
ど
but was telling the truth.
言ってること
It's
は
the
事実だ
experiment's handiwork that does a back
あれは
door.
専門家の作品
So,
で
we
バッ
just
クド
won't
ア
let
の
her close
存
the
在
door.
サルドも同じだよ
First was the same.
あの
She
子が消え
disappeared
た
before the
時
Hershey of
新
Corruption
職のビ
returned.
ルビーも一応
Her
天
Vilvi
才
is
だ
a
から
genius after all.
きっと
She must have modified
ケ
this.
ビン消
Okay,
滅
so
ボ
we
タン
can
が
pull
他の記憶体に
Kevin
使え
and
るよう
Pardo
に
back?
改造したん
Maybe
だろうね
Mobius too?
それならパルドは今ケビン
Then,
と同じ場所
she
にい
likely
るは
was
ずだ
Kevin. If you find Kevin, you'll find
メ
her
ビウス
too.
に関して
Even
は
Mobius has seen through her
Kanojo.
lies. So, okay, Evil Vilvi was pulling like a quadruple bluff. She was lying. Oh my god, okay. So, she lied to Kevin about there being a back door, which she was lying about to the Herrscher of Corruption, which she was lying about to herself so that the back door could happen. With Mobius, she was deceiving Mobius by deceiving Mobius, because Mobius saw through the initial deception, but all of that was actually a deception for the Herrscher of Corruption, because Vilvi was on our side all along, and Mobius saw through the deception, and understood the final plan. So the only people that are actually dead right now are probably Alicia, definitely Kalpis, and probably Sakura.
あれはメビウス自身の選択としか言いよう
Well,
がない
Mobius has told us, so I'll let
だ
her
からもう
reveal
す
it.
ぐその答えがわかるはず
Commonly
だよ
as soon. And Alicia,
エリシアは
Alicia,
私も信じたくなかったけど
I don't want to believe it,
律者は
but
彼女のデータ
her
を
dad
全
is
部削
gone
除
as
したみたい
well.
あのビルビーがタイプライ
The
ターを
Vilvi
壊
didn't
し
want anyone to know
ケ
Kevin
ビ
would be
ンが
brought
死ん
back.
だようにデー
So
タを
she
偽造
destroyed
し
the
たのは
typewriter and faked his
で
death.
もエリシ
But
ア
on the
が
night
消えた
Alicia
夜
disappeared.
絶対に
typewriter
客
hadn't been
観的な
destroyed
タイプ
yet.
ライターはまだ理由については
But as for why,
ごめん
I'm sorry.
私が
That
目
was
覚め
before
る
I
前
wake
の
up.
ことだったから
Alicia's
よ
in
く
the
わからない
Alicia's totally alive. Sakura saw the Hersher of corruption coming. The thunders of retribution, like, if I remember it, like, house the like souls of what it kills inside of it. Sakura did kill Alicia. Alicia's in the sword.
多分私たちをバラバラにして英傑同士を対立させることが
Maybe dividing us up and pitting the flame chase against one another is the Hersher's goal. Unless I'm totally misremembering and making that up.
さてこれで君
Now
は事
everything
件
should
の
be
全
clear
貌
to
を
you.
これから私たちがする
There's
こ
two
とは
things for us to do.
一つ目は
First, take down the Vilvi and get you out of my head.
かなりの苦戦になるだろ
It'll
う
be a
ね
tough fight. She takes up half of Vilvi's thoughts.
彼女はビル
That's
ビ
half
ー
of
の
her
歯もしか
ability.
したら
Maybe
君も
she's planning to finish you off.
新
Me
職
and the
の律
Hersher
者2つ目
corruption.
に関しては
As for the second thing,
もっと難
that's
し
gonna be
い
tough. You have to take down the
君
Hersher
は新
corruption
職の律
to
者
do
に
what's best for everyone. His best possible.
これを
Thing of it is,
昔の私
I
が
promise I
エリ
made
シアと交わした
Alicia a long time
ごめんね
ago. I'm
君
sorry
に
to
やっ
make
ても
you
らうしか
finish,
ないんだ
but she shouldn't mind.
けど
As for the details, let's
彼
finish the
女は
first
気に
task.
しないはずだよ
If we can even get that
それ
far.
で
So,
私
how
の
you
手
win? That burning man. I may not like him, but he did say something I agreed with. I brought it into this world. It's my burden to bear, to the best of my ability. Let's go.
ありがとう
Thank you. You and Vilvi seem so different. Can't quite put my finger
静
on it.
か
I'm
know.
glad, perhaps. I was gonna say, she's really soft. Perhaps. Well,
ビルビー
every
は
Vilvi's
全
a
員
genius.
そして私はた
But
だの
I'm just,
まあいいや
forget it. Let's
出
go.
発こういう格好はめったに
I'll
しない
rarely
から
dress like this. It's
少
hard
し
enough to be a
恥ず
little
かしい
shy.
なあ
Oh,
そうだ
so there's a chance you might
も
not
う
make it
戻れない
back.
かもしれ
Can't
な
help
い
me
から
find something
その
first. Think of it
調
as,
子を整えるみたい
this is your plan. You don't need my approval.
それもそうだねありがとう
That's true. Thank you.
どうしてどうして
Why? Why?
ここかな
Why here?
あの
Who are
君
you?
は
This is the Iron Wasteland. Failed weapons and battle suits lie strewn at will like broken toys, destroying the original colors of nature. The effects of binding are still felt here.
ちょっと小さくなっただけ
I
で
lose a few
もう
inches
わ
and you
から
don't
ない
recognize me.
久しぶりね
It's been a while, Vilvi.
私どうして
Why
私
me?
な
その辺にしなさい
That'll
自
do.
分の失敗
Isn't that difficult to
それほ
accept
ど
your own
受け入れられな
future,
いもの
your
な
own
の
failure? She frowned upon
ちょっ
seeing
と
this. Hey,
見損なったって
you'll make
そう
me
思って
second
しま
guess
うじゃん
myself.
でも
But
私が
I'm a genius.
私は
Who
ここに
isn't?
て
ちゃんと
You,
私が
you
才
gave
能
them
を
my gifts.
全部
All of it.
なのに
But why? What do you
一
want?
体とまさか
It's
知
hard
り合
to
った時
believe.
のあ
When
の
we
自
met,
信満
it
々
was
な
all
態
an
度は
act.
どうして
Why?
どうして
Why?
どうして
Why'd they go away?
彼女たちははあ
Oh, I can't
こんな
bear it.
手も足も出
Such a
ないよう
helpless
なあ
time.
の時
Back then, I really
私彼
thought
女たちが
they left me.
私
So I assume that is like parts of Vilvi. The partitions of Vilvi were killed by the Hersher binding,
でも
probably.
どうして
But then they came back to her.
おーこれを試してみようかな
Try this.
でもどうして？
But why?
僕が命じられたのは
I'm just the
命令
messenger.
じゃあ君
Well,
自身の意
what
見
do you
は？
make of it?
何せ対ケビン
Well,
武装
it
の
was
話
a
なんだ
Kevin
よ。
killer.
それに関連する研究
Now
が明
Dr.
白
May
に
is
禁
gonna keep
止
me
され
from
て
doing research.
君はどう
We
思って
have
ほっとし
mine.
た？
Take it easy.
本当に話す気はないの？一応私たちは昔馴染みでしょ？
You don't want to talk about it. We are old pals, you know.
その理由は
You
君
want
自
to know
身が
why? Ah,
ビルビー、君はずっと不可能なことをしている。
you've been busy making the impossible
ちょっ
happen.
と理解できないんだけ
I
ど。
don't think I follow.
最初から
You always
僕
knew
に
no,
対抗で
no
きる
one
単
weapon
独で
would be
成
good
立
enough
す
to
る
take
武
me
装
down.
は
それで
So,
だからそれは不可
so
能
it
だ。
really isn't feasible. Ah,
でも
so
言ったはずだ。
I already told you.
いや
Ah,
ケビン
no, Kevin, I'm sorry. I wasn't
君
asking
に
you.
彼女たちに聞いてるんだ。
I was talking to them.
今になっても
Until now, I
誰か
don't
と目を
want
合
to
わ
face
せるこ
others,
とは苦手だ。
especially Kevin.
でもどうしてだろう。
Why?
あの時彼女たちは
What were they?
何を証明したかったんだろう。じゃあどうして？
Why? That takes me back.
実に懐かしい声だ。
Oh, well. I'll be honest, there does not need to be a fight here. You can just let me continue the story. Blam!
なるほど。
Oh, this is where
こ
it
こにあっ
was.
たんだね。それでこれが本来のあな
This is
た
the
なの？
most original version?
一人の詐欺師？すごい
Con
わね。
artist? So cool!
驚いてるふりはやめて。
Don't act surprised. I knew you saw it
とっ
all
くに
along.
私のために掛け合ってくれて
Speaking
あ
of
りが
me,
とう。
I didn't even know your name until
君だから
yesterday.
今日私に会いに来
You're
てく
here to
れた
see
の？
me? Wow, that's great!
嬉しい。それで
So what
話ま
happened
で
on that
何
island?
があったの？
Please don't tell me at all.
話したくないなら別にいいんだけどね。
If you don't want to say it, that's cool too.
あなたとメビウ
It'll
ス
just be
の
a
秘密
secret
というこ
between
とにしましょ
you
う。
and her.
でもあなたを説得してほしいって彼女に言
She
われ
wants me
た
to
の。
persuade anyone.
ない彼女曰く
Some things.
崩壊。
He says, you already know the enemy the moth faces. Honkai.
その通りよ。
That's right.
実際に審査を行った人たちは
Everyone
全員
recognizes
あ
you
な
as
た
a
を天
genius.
才だって認めてる。魔術師、
Magician,
Mechanic.
mechanic,
Cook.
chef. He can become
あ
anyone
な
in
た
a
は
short
短時
period
間
of
で
time.
事実を詐欺に使うだなんて
Tricking others with
ロ
facts
マン
really
チッ
is a
ク
noble
ね。
skill.
ただあ
There's
なた
plenty
と
of
似たよう
geniuses
な
here,
天才は
like
こ
Mobius.
こにも
You
た
ought to
く
know
さん
her
いるの
well.
よ。
Oh,
そんな人たちでも
people like that
崩壊
really
と
get
向き
taken
合
to
う
the
とき
limit
は
when fighting
手が回ら
Honkai
なかったり
and end up being
簡
easily
単に
sacrificed.
今あなたが望めば
You can stay with us
こ
as
こ
long as
に
you
加わ
want.
り
But
残
if
る
she's
ことが
saying
できる。
she wants you to leave,
けど彼
have
女
some
とし
sorts
て
of
は
kinship,
あなたはここで人
Hey,
生
you
で
might
初
finally
めて
know
の
what
失
it's
敗
like to
に出会う
fail.
自分の限界や
You learn your
あな
limits
たに
and
で
test
きてい
them.
く彼女は
She's
あ
the
なたと
same
同じ
person
タイ
you
プの
are.
人間だから知
She
って
knows the
る
sort
の
of
よ。
pain. It's
天
worse
才
than
にと
death
っ
for a
てそういう
genius.
メビウスはと
Is
ても
Dr.
優しい人でし
Mobius
ょ。でも
If it were up to me,
私
I'd
としては
prefer you stay. I can't say no. I can't say no to such a lonely cutie.
寂しそう。
Lonely. Maybe you're right.
メビウスの言いたいことはわ
I
か
get what
る
Mobius is talking about.
けど
She doesn't need to worry.
だって
After
彼
all,
女
I'm
と
not
似て
quite
るなん
as
て思ってないし
superior as she
初
is.
めに
In the
他の人
beginning,
に
I
な
would
った
pretend to
理
be
由は
someone else because I just didn't like
単に
myself.
何かをする才能が
There might be some ability there, but
私
it's
に
no
はある
biggie.
のかもしれな
Like
い
I said, no one here is
けど
beneath me.
なら失敗限界
As for failure,
不可能は
limits, and possibilities,
当たり前
that's
のことじゃ
possible,
な
of
い
course, no.
ビルビーは天才なんかじゃないちょっとした
I'm
才
happy
能を
there's so
持
many
った
people around that
愚人
remind
な
me
んだ
Vilby never was a genius. He was just
多くの人が
a
私の周
talented
りで
dummy. And that's
そう
all.
教えてくれることが嬉し
That's
い
all.
そう私にも自分が
There
嫌
were
いな時
times
期
when
があ
I
った
hated myself, when I really had low
自分を
self-esteem.
卑下する時期が私は一生をかけ
I
て
spent my whole life dealing with low
劣等感と和解した。
self-esteem. Now it's hard to see myself objectively.
もしい
If
ずれ
I
か
really
の才
worked on
能
my
の開
talents,
花
I
に
probably
干渉
could
せ
be a
ずだけ
genius.
ど
That wouldn't really be me.
ここに
Today,
立つビルビ
there
ーも
won't
い
be
な
a
いだろう
Vilby
ね
just standing around here. Check on Kurikara. Said, but no, this is Benares. A few moments later, can't just rename her. So, did you find what you were looking for? Oh, not yet. Maybe it never existed. But I was happy to hear her voice after such a long time. You seem nervous.
信じられないかも
You
しれ
might
ない
not
けど
believe me, but I'm not like
私
those
は
flame chasers.
私は
Even when I lived,
生きてた
I
頃でも
mostly slept.
ほ
When
とん
it
どの
comes to
時間は眠っ
experience,
たままだったん
I'm
だ
just a 20-year-old girl. Good.
何か問題でも
Well, don't I fit that better than anyone else here?
さて
Alright then.
これから
How do we get beside her?
一応
I'm
私
open to
待って
suggestions.
まさか
Wait, you aren't
そ
thinking
の
of
ドラ
riding
ゴ
this
ンに
dragon, are you? Really? Wait, don't make me. Ah!
あれは雷の律者だ
That's how sure thunders. You should at least call me by my name.
君
You
あ
can't
りえ
be.
ない
That partition is gone. Well, at least you found your weakness. Probably not very useful, though. Though things had changed so quickly, once she saw her carbon copy, she knew.
君だね
You. Oops, no, I sure don't.
やっぱり
Oh, it's true.
私たちはあ
We're
って
just
もなくても
expendable
変わら
pandas
ない
there, right?
私が消えない限り君は
So
永
long
遠
as
に
I'm
存在
here,
する
so are you.
あってもなくても変わらない
That doesn't seem like
は
much
違う
of
け
an
ど
option. But
こ
sounds
う会
about
うの
right.
は初めてだよねその
It's still our first time meeting, right? How's it going?
元気
Yeah,
すごく元気だよ。
I'm doing
やっ
great.
と現れる勇気が湧いてきた
Finally worked up the courage to show
とい
up,
うこ
huh?
と
勇気とか
I
そ
don't
ういう
know
わ
about
けじゃない
courage,
指揮者に
looking
小
like
さ
the
な
one,
嘘をついた
but I
だけ
think it's important to tell the
なん
truth
とな
before it's all
く
over.
全てが終わる
Before it's all over.
ふん
Oh, I get it.
わか
Is
った
she
よ
the key part of your plan?
どうして彼女な
How
ら
can
で
she
き
do
ると
this?
それは
Isn't
私
that
たち
what
の
we
疑
want
問
to
で
know?
もあるんじゃな
How
い
Vilby, who made so many miracles
このビ
happen,
ルビーという
could
も
manage
の
to
に
do
私
this?
たちはどちらもビルビーだし
Let's not get
回り
confused.
くどい話は
We're
や
all
めよう
Vilby.
今まで会ったことがなかったから
We never met,
君に
so I
教
never
え
had
る
a chance to
君は
tell
一
you.
体誰なの
Who are you? That's what you
Kimi wa-
want to know, right? For the first time, her composed villainous self widened her eyes.
詐欺師のもう一つの
To
嘘
the lie, In that case, you never called her villain.
そんなの
I don't need you to tell me
君
that.
ここに現れる
You
勇気があ
decided
る
to come here. You ought to know we're not evenly matched. Seeing as how we all just left my dad after
私
being
には存
corrupted.
在しなくなった
If
ら
you cease to exist, it's very
私も
likely
かな
I'll
り
go
の確
too.
厳密に言うと
You definitely
絶対
will.
確かに
Just trying to make it
ち
easy
ょ
on
っと
myself.
そうなるといくら
Seems like
考えても
the only
私が
thing
頼
left
れ
to
る
do
のは
is hope for a miracle. Yeah, that's
いい
rich.
螺旋の英傑
The real Vilby, flame chaser Helix, has relied on a miracle to save herself. Seems
そうなん
that
だ
way.
それは
What?
予想外の喜びだ。
surprise.
なら期
You
待し
take
て
your expectations
とことん期待すれば
deeper.
できれば
Deeper
私
than when
があ
I
の
was
暗闇
amid
で
the
したそう
darkness.
すれば
Only then will your
が幻滅する
disillusion
姿
really be
もっと
worth anything.
君の悲鳴こそ
じゃあ頼んだよ。
One of them is to follow move their shield to reload.
吠えなさいクリから
正確に言うと私たちとは言ってないし、
I never said we.
た
I
だ
can't stand to watch.
見るという勇気もない。
ちゃんと言ったよね千鳥バットン吠えなさいクリからまだ始まったばかりだよ目をそらさないでね
Why isn't this one shooting?
ショーの最中にぼんやりするのは禁止だしバットンシッシッよく見てこれが天才のおもてなしさそれが君の賭けなの
Oh, it's your big
Dance
jam.
like
Genius,
い
Filthy.
つしゃに失敗を繰り返しても
Make a
らうこ
Herschel
とが
relive her
天才じゃ
failure.
ないって言ったのに、
I told you it wasn't
そ
genius.
の言葉は
I said that
もう
word
今
too
日た
many
くさん
times
聞いた
today.
よ。
無様だねでもその姿見えるかな君
Take a
が切
look.
に願った
The
奇
miracle
跡
you're after.
こちら側の味
It's on
方だ
my
よ
side.
何
What?
別に驚く必要はない
You
で
don't
し
need
ょ
to。be surprised. You
自
have
分の
control
思考
over
の
your
中なんだ
mind.
から。外からの力に対して何もできないわけじゃない。切り裂くことは
I'm handy with the sword as
私も
well.
得意なんだよね。
Forget it. I won't mess this
ここ
place
をむ
up.
ちゃくちゃにするつもりはなかったけど君たちは少しも気
But it
にし
looks
てない
like
みた
you
いだ
don't
ね
care at all.
千鳥バッじゃあこの
Maybe
一
it's
幕は
time to
もっ
make
と
some
騒がしく
noise.
してあげよういよいよクライマックス
Alright, that's pretty cool.
これが私の全てを支配していた人
Control of me.
君に失望するほどよ
You disappoint me now more than ever. 50,000 years of captivity.
り憎しみを感じ
It
るだけ
drives
だ
my hatred.
だよねおや怯えてるのちょっと早すぎるんじゃない
I know I'm probably supposed to be waiting for her to run out of ammo to like be hitting her.
ぼんやりするのは
But
禁止
what
だ
if I
って
hit her while she's running out of ammo? I get my ass kicked a little bit.
まだ始まったばかりだよ目をそらさないでね絶望の中であがく姿が
Okay, wow.
干渉に値する
Your ultimate form
す
just
ぐに退場
obliterates.
しないでよ
Don't just leave yet, my wonderful audience.
本当のクライマックスは
The grand finale is about to begin.
さあ
That's all,
Whoa.
folks.
これから何をしよ
So
う
let
と
me
して
tell you what's next.
教え
Sounds
てあげ君
good.
たちを他の思考
I'm
領
not
域
gonna
と
split
共
you
に
into
分
different
割するのを
partitions.
君たちを
I'll imprison you both in this darkness here for all eternity.
あの5万年の時間のせいで
So it's just 50,000 years of time into what you are now?
確かにそれは
That was my fault.
私が
ああ それ
True
は
now,
正しい。
but don't forget
でも
who I am
ただ
either.
閉じ込めただけでは
Captivity
私を
alone
変えられ
can't
ない。
change me. Was I not pure evil to begin with? Now I'm just back out in the open.
もし違うって言った
What
ら
if you aren't?
君のいる領域は悪
It's
念
not
を閉
like
じ
you
込める
belong
た
in
め
a
の場所
partition
じ
for
ゃ
evil
ない。
thought.
あそこに存在したのは
It really exists.
どんどん入れら
It
れたの
really
は
exists there, and it's constantly being
そ
merged.
れは
It's
私の自信と
it's my confidence
自慢だ。
and my pride,
アイデア、
inspiration, spark,
過激な考
strong
え、
ideas, and
それか
the
ら
confidence that I can change
残
anything.
念なことに
Unfortunately,
それらはあの
those
時
aren't
代に
right for
も
that era.
人類
Only
の
for human
文明にも向い
civilization.
てない。バカバカしい。
Crazy, isn't it?
そう思っ
You
て
don't
る
have to believe me. I had a vague feeling
信じなくてもいい。
how to tell you.
君もなんとなく気づいてたでしょ。
You guess it right. It's the only way to explain how I knew what you're gonna do.
次の行動を予
How I
想
know
でき
your
る。
every
な
step.
ぜなら何かを変えようとする人の
Because
選択
someone that
は
wants to change things will choose
永遠に
instead
変わらないから
to
だ
never
よ。
change.
何？まさか私がいい
What?
人
Are
だ
you
って言い
saying
たい
I'm
の？
actually
だ
good?
ったら私は今両手を上げて泣きながら反
I
省す
throw
るべ
my
きな
hands
の？
in the air and cry for
まさ
forgiveness.
か今の君は確かに悪人だよ。
What for? You're evil now.
もしいずれかの才能の開花に干渉せず放っておいたら
If I really worked out talents, I probably could be genius. But I might also end up like
けど
you.
話は終わった？
How you done? Huh?
私が犯した過ちは
It was my mistake.
私が決着をつ
Let
け
me
る。
put an end to it.
自分だけを信じる君。そして
You who only believe in herself.
絶対に自分を信じない君。
And you who never does.
こういうことがしたかったわけじゃないけど、
Well, it may not be like that compared to what's been said.
もっと現実的な演出で説
Let's
明を
make it
始めよ
clear.
う。
Because the performance.
これは
This is.
あいつ消えた。
That jerk disappeared. Don't you get what she's planning? So you really are just a con artist.
謎解きに付き合う暇は
Kind
な
of
い。
time for puzzles.
彼
Then
女が
she's
消えたな
gone, that leaves you.
君から始めよう。
ようこそビルビーの単独シ
魔術師
The
見え
magician.
ない。
It's not
私はちゃんと
possible. Ah,
ョー。すぐに結論を出さないでね。
don't try to make great conclusions just yet, dear audience.
だってこれからもっ
Because
と
next
大きな
year,
サプライズを
there'll
目
be an
にする
even
ことに
bigger
なるんだから。
surprise.
あ、分かってる。けど何度も言ったはずだよ。こういうこ
I've
と
said
に
it a
興味
million
がないんだ。
times. I won't get involved in this sort of thing.
学者を呼ぶときにいつも間違え
Don't
て
call after
私
the
を呼
wrong
ぶのはや
person
め
every
て。
time you call a scholar.
ああごめん。じゃあ
Oh,
もう
sorry.
一回やり直す
Can we try again?
喜ぶがいい。サプライズ開演の時が来た。おや間違えて二
Whoops,
人を出
looks
しち
like
ゃ
I
っ
brought
た。
out two friends. Two friends this time.
二人を同一視するとは砂糖と
These
塩
these
に
two like
違いは
second
ないと
sugar
言
to
ってる
salt.
みたいだ。ええ 私
Yeah,
と彼
but
女は
about
さ
far apart as the
太
sun
陽
and the
と
moon.
月のよう
The
だ。
light comes from the same
二
source.
つの光は同じ場所から出てるけど実際は4人だけどね。
Actually, there's four friends.
これは今
Can
君だ。
you?
君がずっと
You've been repartitioning your mind to erase my
私
abilities?
の能力を壊してる。
正確に言うと
And
彼女た
besides,
ちになってから
first I
分割
become
してる
them.
んだ。
And the
もとも
impartition.
と私の頭の中
The
の思考
original
だ
of the
し
thoughts in my mind.
君
Even
に
if you
壊され
destroyed
て
it, it'd be easy to
簡
get back
単に見
now.
つけられるでしょ。私のことを
You say I
自
don't
分を
believe
信じない
myself.
と言ったね。
That's not true.
違うんだ。我が名はレギオン。
I am this group.
こん
But
な
not
感じだからこそ
conform. We
私
all
は
feel thee.
ビルビーなの。楽しみに待とう。
How about we wait and
全て
see?
の私が集まっ
When
て
all the mess converge into a spiral, when all the me's converge into a spiral,
私にはそれができる。
ここからがラストスパートだよ。
that's the spark of that.
来
ごめん、
I'm
君の
sorry.
体。
Your body.
どうやったんだ。
How'd you do it?
私はただ
I just
持ってる
killed
全て
everything
を
I had and
導いて
everything you had, and simply
君
made
の
them
持ってる
collide.
全てとその2者の分量を比較したかったんだ。嘘じゃないよ。
I wanted to see how they matched up. That's not the truth.
だからこれがその結果。実際
So this is the real.
私は一撃にも耐えられなかった。
I'm unbeatable. This is the result. That I'm unbeatable.
わからない。
I don't know.
あの時
That time,
私た
that
ち
was
は
when we
月で
died on
死
the
ん
moon,
だ。
right?
それもわからない。
I don't know,
けど
but it's
多
likely
分そうだろう
we
ね。
did.
私たち
Us? Don't rope us in with you.
君自身と
We're just
私たちを同
appendages.
一視しない
I'm
で。
like you. Oh,
君
you.
気づいた？
What's up?
一応ビルビーの半分の思考だ
That's
から
half
ね。
of Elvie's mind. That's all I
君
can
に
do
勝
to
つには
defeat you.
自分を何度も分
I
割
think
し
I've
たから。
partitioned myself too many times.
今の私
Now
は
I'm just an appendage like the
どう
rest.
して
Why?
ただ最後に
I
残
just
った
wanted to
み
say
んなと
goodbye to the rest
ち
of
ゃんと
everybody at
別
the
れを
end.
告げたかっただけだ
Hey,
よ。
the rest of me. You know the
その結果を知って
consequences. Yeah,
もうすぐ
soon I'll disappear. Just
私も
like
けど
you.
その前
I'm
に
gonna stick to my plan until
自分
then.
またこの質問だけど
But the question remains.
彼女は私たち
She's
じゃ
not
ないの。
part of us.
どう
But
やった
how
ら
can
でき
she do it? She answered with a
はい
smile.
はい分かった。
I get it.
君が
Because you
そう信
believe,
じたから
right?
その通り。
That's right.
私だって
I could have
侵
destroyed the
食の
Hershey
律者を
corruption by
倒せるはずだっ
myself.
た。
もちろんだよ。
Of course.
だけど
But that wouldn't be the
そ
best
れは
ending
ね
for
君は
everybody.
私だ。
You and I are the same.
その約束
You
の
know the
重
weight
さを知っ
that
てるは
promise
ずだよ。
holds.
それで
So that's how it
Oh.
is. Yeah.
また
See you
ま
around.
た
See you around.
で
You
きれ
want
ば
to.
二度と起こらないように
Pray
祈った方
it
が
doesn't
い
come to
い
that.
よ。
The form of evil incarnate was now gone. Where her feet were, only a crystallized blossom of abyssal black remained.
やっぱり
Of course, I still
相手の
struggle
目を
looking
見る
into
のは
someone's
苦手。
eyes. She leaned over and gently placed the
こ
flower in
れ
her
を君
palm.
の方に置いたのは
It's best to leave it here with you. After all,
私だけが君を止
I'm the
めら
only
れる
one
か
who
ら
can
ね。
stop you.
さあ
Here,
これが最後のプレゼン。
Take it as a parting gift.
これを持ってエデンのところに行っ
take it
て
to Eden. Don't you dare
絶対
lose
に
her.
落とす。
Vivi, you.
あ
It's more or less
あ、おそら
hopeless.
くもう助
We
から
knew
な
that
い。
before we set out now.
それでも急がないと
But
い
I
け
still
ない
have。to hurry. Have to get you out of Ilvi's mind before I disappear. Thank you. The crystal flower. So you're also guardian of the secret. That's the second thing you'll do.
君に話した
Remember what we
侵
said
食の
about
律者
defeating
に勝つ
Hershey
方、
corruption?
古の楽園を建造したとき、
About building the Elysian
専
realm.
門家は
The
いつ
expert
もの
left
癖
behind
で
a program
プ
capable
ロ
of
グラ
doing
ム
the
を
job
わざ
perfectly.
とかどうかはわから
Before
ない
we
け
knew
ど、
it, the Hershey corruption
私た
eliminated
ち
the
が気
threat.
づいたと
Naming the
き、
program without
侵
its
食
only
の
starter
律者はで
prerequisite.
も、それはあくま
But
で
that was only in
現
the
状に
status
とこう
quo.
言えば
Do you get
理
it?
解できる
It
か
ought to
な。
be obvious.
理解できたみたいだね。
Seems like you figured it
で
out.
も、今の君はまだ
You
気
might
づ
not
いてない
understand
でしょ。
just how critical you are to the entire
Kaido,
plan.
大
But
丈
Sue
夫。
will help you understand.
スーな
I hope you
ら
got my
これが
message.
全てのパズルだよ。
Those are all the pieces
エ
to
リ
the
シア
puzzle.
はいつもそう。
That's how Lisa is.
全ての
She's the
始ま
start
り
and
で
end
あ
to
り、
everything.
なんて不思議なんだろ
It's
う。
incredible. This thing you want to
君
do
が
really
ずっと
alters
し
the
ようと
meaning
思
of
ってた。
status
そし
quo.
て、
And
今
now, there's just
私
one
が
thing
自分
left
の
for me
計
to
画
do
の
in my
中で、
plan.
私の記憶が正しければ、
The conductor should have
指揮
told
者
you.
は君にこの
She'd allow
話を
us
した
able
は
to
ず。
decipher the spiral inscription.
本当は私も
I'm
同
the
じで
same
も
way.
今、
But maybe,
もしかしたら
You can see the
君
spiral
は
come to an
私た
end.
ちは一つになり
He'll become one.
完全な
A
ビルビー
complete
になる。
Velvet. What's next? What can I do?
私と
Remember when you
全部交換し
handed
た
over
時の
everything?
心を開けばいいの。
Just keep an open heart.
こんな風にね。
Just like you
か
are
わいい
now.
お客さん。
The audience. It's you.
これがマジックのコツだ。
That's the key to magic.
君が驚
Everything's
いた
taken
時
care
は
of long
も
before
う
you
す
get
べて
surprised.
よく聞いて。
Look, it's my
これ
last
が私の
performance.
最後のステ
And
ージ。
you're my best
最上の
assistant.
準備はできたかな？
Ready to call? Do I need your permission, great magician?
もちろん。
Of
OK
course.
だよ。
But I approve.
何せ。
After
永遠に
all,
終わらないステ
all
ージなん
shows
てない
must
から
come to an
ね。
end.
悪役の真似もして
Let
み
me
よう。
learn.
さよなら。かわいいお
Farewell,
客さん。
lovely
こんな感
audience.
じだったかな？
Is that how it's said? Just like that.
うるさいや
So
つだ。
noisy. That's the first time I've seen you
誤解
smile.
しないで。
Make no mistake,
自分
I'm
に
as
喜
happy
びを
as
かけを
myself.
打つ者だけが称賛される
Shouldn't
価値
praise
が
be
ある。
saved for those who move in chess? I agree.
ならいい。
Cool.
でも、君がそこまで謙虚なら
But even though you're so modest,
君もうまくやったと
You're doing
褒めて
well.
あげるよ。
best try not to try and push it, right?
調子に乗るな。
Don't get ahead of yourself.
おや、メイ
Oh,
Yeah,
May,
私の番
is
だ
it finally my turn? It's you. Conductor, I finally know your name. So, now I've met all the Vilvies, yes? Including Kevin Killer Mark 5.
それは難しいかもしれな
This will be
い。
tough. She's shy and isn't confident in her looks.
彼女の話
At
す
the
スピ
rate
ードだ
she's
と、
chatting away,
君は会話が終
you'll
わる
probably
前
die all
に
age
私
before
たち
she's finished. It's a
仕
shame.
方ない。状
That's
況
just
が
how
特
it
殊だ
is.
んで、他に言いたいことはない
Is there anything else you'd like to say to me? Anything at all?
通
Goodbye.
りで、君の
No
同僚が
wonder
文
your
句を
colleague
言うわ
wasn't
けだ。
happy with it. It's a bit too casual now. I mean, I don't know that you want the same level of goodbye that Kiana
で
got.
も、いい
Ah,
よ。
well. See you
では。
later.
初めて会う相手に、
It's weird to
こ
say
んな
this
話
when we
はお
just
かし
met,
いけ
but
ど、
I feel we're
な
gonna
ん
get
とな
along
く
fine.
そうありたいと思う。
Maybe. It's
私
just
の
what I'm
願い
hoping
料
for.
理を振る舞う機
It'd
会
be a
が
shame
な
I
くて、
couldn't treat you to my cooking.
私に関しては、
I've nothing to add.
これ受け入れなさい。
You just have to
本
accept
当の螺
the
旋
true
の面を。
inscription of Helix.
最後は、
It's
やっぱり
finally
螺
back.
旋の果ては、
Helix always
その
ends
始
at
ま
its
りである。
beginning. Makes sense, right?
真実で虚妄を
Creating
作り、
illusions with truth.
矛盾で
Reversing
意義を
meaning
反
with
転させる。
contradictions.
自己をバラバラにするのは、
Picking yourself apart in
自
order
分
to
自
become
身になる
yourself.
ため、対立を作ったから
The
こ
only
そ、
way to achieve
統
unity
一できる。
is to embrace opposites.
さあ、
Take it,
持ってい
May.
って。
The real
May.
inscription of Helix.
これが、
That's
私が
all I
完
can
成
do.
させられる
Whatever I'm
すべ
capable
ての
of,
配置だ。
you are too.
す
So,
べての謎を
go and
明ら
solve
か
all
に
these
しよう。
puzzles.
そもそも、
I am the
私は
con
詐欺師
artist
だか
after
ら
all.
ね。初めて会った時、
The first time we met was
君
that
が
night you
私
broke
の部
into
屋
my
に入っ
room.
てきたあ
Then
の
I
このお
discovered
姉さんには
this lady
秘
has a
密があ
secret.
るようだ。
Oh, maybe.
かしら？
A lie?
いや、
No. I
た
think
だ
it's
の
just a
ひ
ひ
secret.
どいわね。
Lady,
美しい少女を
I'm a
お
beautiful
姉さ
young
んと呼
girl.
ぶなんて。
We're the same age.
私た
I
ち
might even be
年は
a
そう
little
変わら
younger.
ないのに。まあいいでしょ。
Forget about it.
世
So the
界
look.
ケビン武装タイプ
Kevin Killer Mark
666。
666.
いにしえの楽園を
I can wipe out
丸
the
ごと
entire
削除
Elysium
できる
in
な
one
んて
go.
恐
Think
ろしい
carefully
発
about
明
what
よね。
activates the Vilvi. It's
これは
experts
専
design,
門家の
but
設計だけど、
that part's still up to me.
13英傑が残したすべ
What's
て
at
のものに
stake is the
関わる
remaining
し、
13 flame chasers.
全員一致も、
Both unanimous vote
That's
and
it,
majority decision of flawed
どちら
options.
それに、
It's hard to imagine a
今も想像
situation in
で
which
きないんだ。
it needs to be activated.
少
It's
し
a bit
困るわ。
troubling.
だから、
Which is why I
Alicia.
think, Alicia, since you're the one who let us leave this door
物語ならば、
behind,
そ
then
れ
you
に
should
ピ
be
リ
the
オドを
one
打つのも
that puts an end to it.
君であ
So
るべ
we
きだ
need
と
an
思う。
Alicia to use the Kevin Killer.
それって私に決めてもらうって
The
こ
decision
と？
is mine?
そう。私が君
Oh,
のために
I
用意した
bet
ス
the
テージだと思って
crystals are like what determines it. Like Alicia gave them out to be like, I trust you guys. We need to make a decision if you trust someone. Give this to them.
君はビルビーの秘密を守ってくれた。
You helped Vilvi keep a
私の
secret
こ
and
と
didn't tell anyone about me.
だったら、
I was
君
waiting to
の
make
秘
a
密
grand
の最
reveal
高の姿で
for the best curtain
幕
call
を閉じる
possible.
べきだ。
物
Grand
語の
finale.
結末
I didn't
ね。
give it much thought, but
今
I'll
ま
have
で
to
一度も考
really
えて
think it
なくて
over.
も、
I mean,
私
sure
の
it
美
has my
的感
flair
覚
on
で
it.
考
You
えると
understand.
答えは一
There's
つ
never
だ
just
け
one
よ。
way to do something. I think I
なん
know
と
what
な
you
く
mean.
私は
Ah,
君を
I
信じ
have
る。
faith in you. Goodbye, Vilvi. God, I really like her. This section added a lot to her, I think. Oh. Blue. Blue. She looks good in blue. I assume this is the Hersher of Corruption. Either it did take Alicia over, or it's like duplicating her. But alright, I'm tired. I have just no energy and I hate it. That will be where we end today. I know I keep saying I'm sorry for short ones, but I don't know. Maybe one day I'll be back to actually having energy for things. I will be back at some point. I make no promises as to when. I can't anymore because I'm really inconsistent with it. But we will be continuing HI3 in the future. Thank you all for coming. And I hope to see you all again in the future. Bye-bye now.